Boom. Great. Great to be back, guys. Great to be back. Big up every single one of you that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that shit. We are nearly 24 hours removed from that horrible, horrible result against Flamengo. Still pissed off about it. These guys said all of that shit all fucking year and then just went and just backed up their chat immediately. Straight up backed everything that they said and just bopped us off the park. Fair play. As much as I hate to even say it, first thing you have to do is you have to give credit to Flamengo because they actually came in and they stood on business. They did their thing. They were the better team. They had the better management. They handled the game correctly. Scored good goals. No goals that you can question. Didn't have any questionable decisions on the pitch. It is what it is. It is what it is. You have to give them their credit. You have to give them their credit. But from a Chelsea perspective, fuck me, that was bad. That was bad. From a first half, which I could say was a bit even. Like, I felt like we were both kind of cancelling each other out. The second half was just nothing. Absolutely nothing from us except bozo moments at the back and just nothing in the final third. We were just completely neutralised. First half, I thought like we brought the physical side of the game out of us. Started with some good intensity. We pressed well. We were physical in duels. But the problem is that Flamengo just matched us. They literally matched us and they overloaded the centre, which had us struggling to beat the press. And you notice that because in the small times that we did beat their press, we were finding a lot of space in transition. That was where we saw the likes of Neto doing well. That's where we saw the likes of Delap getting some promising moments and all of that. And that was during the rare moments that we actually beat them on the press, but there were a lot more few and far between from us. And those were our best moments in transition. It would have been nice to see some changes in the before half-time, but Maresca didn't make them. We needed Santos on ASAP just to help us with the counter-pressing, just to help us with a little bit of movement, because the likes of Caicedo and James, they were way too static. Way too fucking static because James just didn't look comfortable in that midfield role at all. He didn't look comfortable there from the start. He should have been taken off at halftime or take off Gusto and put James at right back, Santos in the midfield. Or even put Caicedo right back. I don't give a damn. You could have done anything. But the fact is we were way too static at points in that first half. In the wings, we were kind of getting like overloaded a little bit. It looked like they were like building up with 6 up top, which meant they had a fuck ton of width. The likes of Cucurella were getting caught out. The likes of Gusto were getting caught out. I thought Gusto handled it a lot worse than Cucurella, but both of them were left exposed just due to the way that we were set up. And then we didn't change anything, and we went into the second half and just died. Before I want to say big up to the chat, big up to every single one of you. Shout out every single one of you guys in here. But yeah, second half, our press looked a lot more lethargic. It looked a lot more non-existent. And it seemed to be a lot easier for them to get through us. I don't know, like some people have been speaking about it coming down to Brazil's season starting earlier than ours and everything. And as much as I could hear that, that's all the more reason why your game management needs to be a lot more effective and a lot faster. And Maresca's wasn't. He didn't make a decision until we conceded the equaliser. And then Gusto still stays on the pitch and it's James that comes off. Lavia comes on, who, to be honest, I didn't think was too bad. I didn't think Lavia was too bad. But I do think we needed Santos in this game as well. And Gusto should have been off immediately. He should have been off immediately. We don't make that decision. Gusto gets beaten at the back post again, which, by the way, is becoming such a bad habit with Chelsea. Back post defending. I saw a comp going around today of it. It just really, like, emphasized how fucking bad we have been at defending the back post. And Gusto and Sanchez are both big parts of that. Both of them. The first goal is a catalogue of errors. A complete catalogue of errors. Sanchez doesn't read the ball coming across. Gusto is poor at the back post. Both Chalobah, both and Colwell are all flat-footed. It's just a string of mistakes. And then the second goal, Gusto is just a pathetic attempt at a duel. You've got Jackson looking around aimlessly instead of marking Danilo. And nobody really has the anticipation to clock that second ball. No one's got that anticipation. Maybe that's an experience thing. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. But two really silly goals to give away. Two really silly goals. The third goal, we just get caught on a break. And then a dodgy deflection just takes all the defenders out of the game. That one's just the most unlucky out of the lot. But by 2-1, it felt like the game was done anyway. We looked physically spent. The subs were late. And even then, the subs were a little bit questionable. Reece James in the midfield, that was a risk. And that was a risk that didn't work out. That's what I was saying from the start. Look, Maresca, you're going to have to hold it for this one. You're going to have to hold it for this one. There was a lot of decisions that were made that did not work out. A lot of individuals let us down as well. I thought Neto did his thing in transition. Thought Lavi had a good cameo off the bench. Caicedo got stuck in with a few tackles. And other than that, nobody really stood out to me in a good way. No one really stood out to me in a positive light. And we basically just got outdone by Flamengo, and Flamengo been chatting the most shit all year. But this is also why I'm kind of glad I did the review today, because as much as everybody's angry, and I understand why everybody's angry, the man doing up sky is falling narrative, please go away, go away. Be annoyed about this game in isolation. Man are talking about how the season's going to be fucked again based off this game. Man are talking again about get the manager out based off this game. I can't be bothered for it. I can't be bothered for it. It's just tiring. It's tiring. We've got 3 losses in our last 15. Man want to act like we're in crap form. This was a crap game. This was a crap game. And everybody who deserves to hold the smoke can hold the smoke. Manager, players, all of that. This is why we're going to finish 8th this season. Fuck off. I genuinely can't be asked for it. I can't be asked for it. It's like some of you, man, were just waiting. Because certain narratives I didn't see going around for a month or two, and they just wheeled themselves straight back around for this game. But here we are. Here we are. Big up the chat, though. Big up Brendan. Big up to HNR. And said Jackson needs to go. I don't care what anyone thinks about that brother anymore. He dropped an apology, which, I mean, nice, fair enough. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. This is your second red card in a month. And, I would have rather the apology for the first game, if anything. This one, it's just what, have you got a second red? Just do better. Do better. I didn't even fully read the apology. I don't give a damn. I don't care right now. At least you did it, whatever. Maybe in a week or two's time, I'll feel better about it. For now, look, I don't even want to see your face. I don't even want to see your face. Go away. 4 minutes in, and you do something stupid like that. Man, fuck off. How long is he out for? Is he out till the semi? Is he out till the semi? I mean, I don't even care. I don't care. We got Mark Hugh here. I don't even give a shit. Who cares? Who cares? No way. Harry said sack Maresca over this game. It's not a friendly, by the way. Well, I'm not saying it's a friendly because I want this trophy. Jez, I saw you ask this earlier as well. Big up, my guy. Do you care about this comp? Yes. This is the opportunity to be world champions for 4 years. Do you know how much of a flex that is? No one can talk to my club till 2029 if we win this comp. We had a chance to swerve both Bayern and PSG by winning this. Now we have to hope Flamengo lose to LAFC. I got no faith in that. I still think we'll go through because we'll beat Esperance. We'll beat Esperance. I'm not worried about that. But fuck, group winners would have made this whole competition that much easier for us. Now we might have to wade through Bayern Munich and PSG just to look at the semis. Great. Fucking great. Why is it always when the going gets tough, fucking Nicholas Jackson has to go get a red? Why? For goodness sakes. For why? For why? Yo, Jardel, trust me, man. Part of me wanted to stay and do another half an hour after the game, but yo, my head was so hot. And some of the takes I was seeing was just driving me nuts because it weren't even shit about the game. It was just reactionary bullshit and people bringing up their old tapped agendas. I was just like, I can't be arsed. I'm going out. I can't be bothered. They didn't even drop a review video. And I'll be real, I needed that night out. Really did. Does the club care, though? I feel like they would want us to progress just with the money that's out there. But again, with the movement that we're making, we're pushing so much for a winger that can't come in for the Club World Cup. The whole Mignon situation, which yet again is being thrown back into the spotlight because that idiot bold goalkeeper had another disaster class. Like, I want to talk about the back post defending in the first goal. I want to talk about Robert Sanchez as well because he plays his part in that shit too. And also just the aimless hoofing to nobody, and he's not even looking. Like, me and Scott were doing the watch along and we were clocking the other goalkeeper, making brilliant passes on the ground straight to his players under pressure. Meanwhile, Sanchez, hoof and pray. That's the goalkeeper that I'm meant to be stuck with for another season, and this is the year we're meant to be going for a title challenge. Piss off. Piss off. It's a joke. Yeah, bro, you left earlier. Smart move. Smart move. My head was gone. Look, big up, but I'm done with the apology. I don't care. Keep your head. Think this ain't the first time you've done something stupid. I ain't even talking about the red cards. How about all them silly yellow cards because you can't keep your mouth quiet when you're going to the referee? You always have to have your fucking say. You always have to open your big fucking mouth and get yourself a red card. The fucking elbows that you've been throwing around more than just in one game. Fucking idiot. That brother is so naive. So naive. He don't think. He don't ever think. Brother's reactive. He's emotional. Moves like gal. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Bun your apology, bruv. Give me some good games. That'll be an apology. That'll be an apology. How about you be consistent? I forgot the good football that you've brought. It was a nice throwback for LAFC, but I've barely seen it in 2025. Fucking apologies and shit, man. Apologize for some goals. Apologize for some fucking goals. How about that? How about that? Yeah, Maldini, you're correct about that as well. Look, I'm going to be annoyed at him because fuck him. He pisses me off. Even looking at his face and seeing him in the starting lineup drives me mad. But you're right. You're right. They want Robert Sanchez to be our goalkeeper because he saved us 9 points this season. And Ben Roberts is probably in bed with him, fucking rubbing his bald head to sleep and everything. Dickhead. Yeah, 5 times straight he passed it to them. Meanwhile, I'm watching their goalkeeper pinging it left, right, and centre to their own team. The fuck? League title and like this is what we're meant to be doing. And again, Malo Gusto as well. He should have been off by half-time. He should have been off by fucking half-time. Absolute disgrace. Him at the back post for that second goal pissed me off so much because he didn't look like he even wanted the duel. He didn't even look like he wanted the duel. What the hell has happened to him? We can talk about how Maresca playing him inverted doesn't help him. But when you're making hospital passes to our other players, which are leading to them getting booked like he did to Caicedo in the first half, that's got nothing to do with him inverting. When he's not aware at the back post for the 50th time, that's got nothing to do with him inverting. Sometimes he's just a bozo. Like Jimmy said, Malo Bozo. That's him. That's him. Fucking hell, man. Yo, I'm not even saying like the squad is going for the title. I'm saying for year 4 of Clear Lake, if we're not in a title race, you are a joke. You are a joke. If we have got top 4 and you are not building this team up to go for a title race the season after, you are a joke. You are taking this club as a joke. You are taking the piss out of every fan that is putting money to this club. Every season ticket holder that is putting their money towards this club, you are taking the fucking piss out of them if by year 4 you don't have Chelsea in a title race. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the team's at that level. I'm saying the team had better fucking be at that level. Or what the hell are we doing? What are we doing? Like, the fuck? But yeah, it's gonna be that thing. It's gonna be that thing. No, Jimmy, I'm not even saying he inverted. I'm not saying. I was going off on a tangent on that. Because I was talking about Gusto and just marking the back post and making dumb decisions in general. But then everyone's like, he's shit because of Maresca. Because he inverted him and ruined his confidence. No, he's a bozo. He's a bozo. That's it. That's it. Here we are. You're going to speak on Palmer, another ghost session. That's all you got to say about Palmer. Because there was long periods of time where I forgot he was even on the pitch. Barely even noticed the guy. There was like some little moments towards the end of the first half, but I barely noticed him. I barely noticed him. And so you want me to speak on Palmer? Just there to speak on. You know them ones. What's there to speak? At least he got to play on the right. At least he got to play on the right. Now, but even then, you had Gusto still doing the overlap. And I'm sure like we did the same thing away against Aston Villa, and both of them were still ineffective. I'm sure we did this again against Aston Villa when we lost last season, and it was both still ineffective as fuck. Yeah, Gusto's short passing, like, it's the weight of the pass. It's the weight of the pass. Sometimes he'll just give you some weak-ass pass that is just not making it to its man. It's just jarring. Jarring. Gittins, Alap, these are top 4 challenging players that will develop into better players that can win the league. Top is their objective this year. This is the thing. I've always said that their idea is to win, but they want to win their way, and that's with players with resale value. The problem is, look, I beg you just put 1 or 2 experienced players without the resale value that will just give us the experience in big moments. Just a couple. Just a couple. Like, players who have actually, like, achieved things at the top level, not tossing a Darabioyo on a free from Fulham. I mean, like, actual experienced ballers who have won league titles, who have taken their team to league titles. Wouldn't fucking kill you. Wouldn't kill you. But here we are. It probably would, because they won't spend the 8 or so million needed to bring in Mike Mignon. Let him not be a Chelsea player by the end of the transfer window. Because I'll just spend all season bringing that up, whatever goalkeeping mistakes drop. Because you lot are happy to sell off Petrovic, our only other decent goalkeeper, and you want me to stick with this bold fraud for another game? Fuck off. Fuck right off. Fuck right off. But here we are, man. Here we are. Fucking joke. Yo, big up Irish Chelsea, man. Big up to Irish Chelsea. I'm done with Maresca. Such a drop off the last 6 months. Reece James in midfield, while we have one of the best midfields but don't use it, he gets tactically outclassed. I don't think it's been a brazy drop off the last 6 months. I disagree on that. Like, everything up to about March was a little bit inconsistent as fuck. But everything from that's been pretty good. Again, this is our 3rd loss in 15. We are not in a terrible run right now. Don't get it twisted. But Maresca can hold the smoke for today. He can hold the smoke for that. I got no issues with that. I'm not defending him at all for today. Because I agree. Reece James in midfield for that long as well. Because you could tell from half-time it weren't working. Our midfield was too static and they were finding their way through us. We should have had Santos on at half-time. Didn't do it. So for today, I hear it, but not overall. Not overall. But yeah, big up, man. Big up. Yeah, Jimmy, this is my thing. It's not a drop-off. This is why I had to leave the stream at full time. Because like there was too much. There was too much in terms of like people overdoing it. Today, I feel like I can be a little bit calmer, a little bit more reserved. Everyone's heads won't be on Pluto. I feel like everyone would have got back to earth a little bit more. And now we can just talk about it from this game. From this game. And yeah, Maldini, I hear that as well. Maybe it could have been Caicedo right back. Maybe that could have worked. But something had to have changed with Gusto coming off. Something would have had to have changed. Now, at the very least, like, I expect us to beat Esperance. And that will get us through to the last 16. But it looks like we're probably going to get Bayern Munich, which... not going to be great. Really not going to be great. But... this is our bed. We made our bed. We're going to have to lie in it. We're going to have to lie in it still. Yo, Diddy! Ugh. I mean, that's fucking standard, isn't it? Goes about saying, like, anyone dropping racial abuse, you're a fucking idiot. Oh, yeah, look, I've literally just scrolled on Twitter and I've seen it. Oh, my God. Bear, monkey, gorilla emojis, all of that. I'm not even bringing this up onto the big screen. I won't even front. This is what I mean. Too many men take things too far. Too many men take things too far. That's crazy. That's crazy. But hey, there we are. Have I spoken on Jackson to Juve? Yeah. I heard there was something about that today. I haven't been on my phone a lot. I haven't been on my phone too tough. Yep, Jackson Juventus. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Yeah, if we get Bayern or PSG, well, we will get Bayern or PSG. Is what it is. How many times have we said that you're always going to face the bigger teams at one point? Just kind of wish it would have been later in the tournament. Kind of wish it would have been later in the tournament, but whatever, here we are. So Damasio has said Juve have held explorative talks with the camp of Chelsea striker Nicholas Jackson. Even Napoli are considering him, but have other priorities at the moment. Probably talking about Jamar, because I linked with him as well. Well, we heard Jackson was sounding out like options. He's not unhappy. Well, he's not pushing for a move or anything, but there has been rumors of him being a bit unsettled, a little bit unhappy. So, like, not too surprising. If they come in with a bid, we'll see. We'll see. But right now, it's still just early. This is still early, so there's not really a lot to take from this except Juve are looking at him. Napoli's looking at him. You can add that to the list of clubs that have interest in him. So we now have Manchester United. We have Aston Villa. We have Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, Juve, and Napoli. We're looking at 6 clubs that are potentially looking at Nicholas Jackson. Potentially. Red card now. Yeah. It's definitely like timing with this one. Definitely timing. But we do know that there are clubs looking at him. There are clubs that are looking at him. Like Damasio, he's an okay source. He's an okay source. I might hear it a bit more just because like there's Italian clubs involved, but he's not amazing. Like probably having like a tier 2 or a tier 3 or something. Maybe a tier 3. 2.5. 2.5 maybe. Big up Sean. Big up Sean, my guy. He says number 15 is the biggest simpleton we've ever had. Sell. Fair enough. Fair enough. Jackson again, I don't blame people for having their head on Pluto with him. I don't care. I don't care. Drop me some good performances in it. You know his peak when man are calling him by his number, man. Oh, brother. Man's literally getting the number hype and all of that. But yeah, great. He said we bid 18 million. Well, euros or pounds? Euros or pounds? Because a part of me don't really remember too tough still. All I remember was the last thing I saw was that we didn't want to bid above 12 million pounds and 15 million euros. Also saw Pies on his burner saying not making it into a full-blown story. But Andre Santos was apparently very upset that he hasn't played, especially today, given what it meant to him and his family being ex-Vasco. Now, my point still stands about him starting. Andre Santos not starting, it's genuinely whatever. Even if it's like You made the wrong decision with Reece James in the midfield. I'm not saying he has to start. I'm not saying that. But to not even bring him off the bench, that shocked me. That shocked me. That shocked me a lot. But I mean, I still expect him to play the next game. I still expect him to play the next match. And if he doesn't have any sort of like action against what's his name, Esperance, then I'm really gonna be surprised. Because what, you don't even get minutes? Not even off the bench minutes. That would be confusing. That would be very confusing. Especially like if we're talking about how fatigued the squad is. And also how clear it was to see in that second half performance how fatigued the squad is as well. If Andre Santos was to not get any minutes, I'd be confused. I'd be very confused. Because he should have at least come off the bench in this game. He should have at least come off the bench. But again, we'll see the next game. Because I would be very, very fucking shocked if you don't get minutes. But yeah, then we'll figure it out. Then we'll see what the situation is. Ultimately, he's had no minutes. Same thing as Mamadou Sarr. Mamadou Sarr's had no minutes either. But I would assume Andre Santos, for like how much he's valued at Chelsea, be getting a lot more minutes on Wednesday night. Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning. Big up to Ian. Big up my G. He says, fuck Jackson. Good luck starting over Delap. I mean, look. Whoever starts. Like Delap, now you've got a free run at the number 9 spot. Probably like, well, I mean, if we make the semi, then we'll see. But do I think we're making the semi? I don't know, man. I don't know. We made this trip a lot more difficult for ourselves. We made it a lot more difficult. If we'd won this, I'd be like, yeah, we making semis. We making semis. If we beat Flamengo, I believe we can beat Botafogo. Now it's like, oh shit, Bayern PSG. Okay. Baptism by fire, up the Chelsea. We never like it easy over here, do we? We could have had an easy route to top 4. Now we're going to go the scenic route and then take it all the way to the last day. Fuck it. We'll go do it again. We'll go fucking do it again. Big up to Irish Chelsea as well. Big up my G. He says, Lewis and Jimmy, sorry, didn't mean results-wise. I meant performances. We fell over the line and no cohesion. Play our midfield correctly and Reece James at right back. But again, I still disagree in terms of performances because, like, defensively, we got so much better. So much better as the year progressed. Going forward was our biggest problem. And that, to me, felt more individual-based. Nicholas Jackson just missing everything. Cole Palmer, 1 open play goal in the league all year. Sancho, good luck getting a goal. Noni, inconsistent. Neto, inconsistent. Like, performance-wise, even then, I didn't really look at the manager too tough other than individual games like Brighton away, for example. So, like, I still disagree, man. Because we got a lot better defensively. I think we had, like, the second or third, like, least goals conceded in 2025 or something like that. But, yeah, play the midfield correctly. Reece James at right back. Yeah, I'm with that. Or right centre-back. You know. One or the other. And also, just if something's not working, change it quickly. Like, you're usually good at that. You usually are. I don't really have to worry about Maresca game management like that. Today, though, it's like, yeah, you let me down. You let me down, man. You let me down. Yeah, Maldini, we ain't the best defense in the league. So there's still room for error. I mean, room for improvement. There is still room for improvement. But we did improve defensively from the first half of the campaign. That goes without saying. Pachara says, why are the Flamengo fans being so toxic to us? Because we're a big name. That's why. That is literally why. It was the same thing with LAFC. You see how LAFC got into the Club World Cup and the first thing they did was at Chelsea. Because we're the big name. We're the big dog. Even though sometimes we don't really try to act like it, we're the big dog. So they want to try shoot at us. They did it all year and then they backed their chat. Pachoro, don't ask me about SmackDown. I ain't watched it. Don't ask me about SmackDown. Big up. Don't ask me. I ain't seen nothing. All I know is that Cena dropped a pipe bomb because I was just scrolling through YouTube earlier. But other than that, I'm gonna watch it later. Big up though. Man. But yeah, that's always gonna happen, man. It's always gonna happen. When you're the big dog, everyone's gonna come for you. Let me just bring up this one from LAFC. This was literally as soon as they beat whoever they beat to get into the group stage. Are you up, Chelsea FC? Are you up? Hello? Are you up? That's it. And also, that's another great point. The South Americans fucking love the Club World Cup. It means so much more to them. And honestly, the South American clubs are making the European fans bare weak. So weak. Because, like, their passion, the way they've all turned up for their team, I respect it. Fuck Flamengo. Don't get it twisted. Fuck them, man. But, I mean, you know what? They're a good fan base. Looking at 100 million Ekatike over top centre-back is wild. Yep. Also, we can try and use him in the left wing /10 role. Even though he's never played in those roles. We are very intelligent. We are very, very intelligent. It's all mad. It's all fucking mad. Yeah, look, they are close to US, but I mean, it's still probably a fucking long travel for them. How long is it to fly from Brazil to the US? Let's say Rio de Janeiro to, where was that? Philadelphia. 13 hours. Mate, that's about as long as it takes from the UK. It's shorter from London. It's actually shorter. 7 hours and 55 minutes from London to Philly. 13 hours 30 from Rio to Philadelphia. Bomba. No, and it ain't for us. I actually thought it would be, but maybe not. Sure, maybe not. Yeah, like and go Google it. Trust me. Man said 13 hours, 30 minutes. And that's on a connecting flight, by the way. I don't even think there's a direct one. Yeah, you can't get a direct one. Fuck. Can you get a direct one just for the sake of questioning? No, you can't. Although it said the closest possible trip would still be 10 hours and 5 minutes. So it still would be farther away. That is mad. But yeah. They turned up. I respect it. Dortmund getting smoked. What do you mean? Are they losing to Mamelodi Sundowns? Oh, shit. Yeah, they are. They're 1-0 down. Lucas Costa. Back. Oh, dear. Okay, no. No, put it on slow mode. I know we're going to have, like, some Flamengo fans in here. I don't care. I can't read what they're saying anyway because it's in Portuguese. I don't care. Look, there's another one right there. Look, or something English. I don't know. Big up, though. Big up. So, like, yeah, whatever, man. Great to see you in here. You were the better team. I don't know what you're saying. So, I can't even take the banter like that. Of course not. Gittins ain't playing. He don't fit their style of play. Not surprised at all. But yeah, whatever. Let me get this link out. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that. What's Yasser sent me? OnlyFans troops. What? Oh, that's always like a bad bee. What's going on over there, mate? That's all mad. Right, yeah, links going out, man. Big up everybody. Hit the like, subscribe, all of that shit. Fucking hell, Europe is getting a beating this tournament. Yo, Europe's getting humbled, bruv. We think the best football's over here? Hell no. Maybe that's why FIFA made this tournament a little humbler and all that. Fucking crazy. Right. Let's see what everyone's saying. Nah, Fielder. I don't even know what that video was. I don't even know what that was. Nearly done. Nearly done, guys. And after this, more drinking to forget. Up the Chelsea. I think Bayern have Benfica at 8 o'clock, and if Bayern win that, I think we're likely to get them if we win our game against Esperance and Flamengo win, which I guess we'll keep an eye out on that. We'll keep a little eye out on that. Yo, Steve, speaking of Bayern, what are you saying, man?
Good, man. What's good, bro?
Yeah. You.
What's up?
It might be us against you in the last 16.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting game, bro, because we didn't look great against Boca Juniors last night. I'll be real. Clinical.
Yeah, I had that game on in the background, but I was hanging as a motherfucker, so I wasn't paying too much attention. Big up Nathan too.
Yeah, big up.
How are you feeling 24 hours removed from that garbage?
Yeah, still annoyed, to be honest. I think that's the overall feeling, is just annoyed.
Yeah, it's made everything a lot more difficult for ourselves. If we just managed the game a bit better at half time, I don't think we get nearly that sort of result. You might be looking at a draw. Worst case scenario, it might be a 1-goal swing.
Like, I get it. Like, obviously the conditions can't be like great, but it's not an excuse. You're a professional footballer. You know, you're gonna like play in countries where like you're playing at high altitude, you're playing at like high temperatures, artificial pitches, this and that. But like, you just watching on the TV, you just kind of like get the sense of just like they can't be asked. A lot of the players, like their performance just screamed like I can't be fucked playing in this competition. Just their lack of like just
I think it's more
urgency
like lethargic. Like
Yeah.
you know. When you look lethargic, you're naturally going to come across like that. But like, that's why, for me, the rotation matters even more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know how many times we had Maresca and like other sources telling us that all the players are fatigued? The players are very fatigued. You're going to need to keep that in mind if we don't look like we have the most intense performances. Okay, rotate. Quicker subs. Is that even more important? Sorry, go on.
Yeah. No, like I definitely agree. Like players like Caicedo and all, like they've definitely been playing like non-stop, so like they're definitely like fatigued and need a rest. But like players like Gusto and shit do not have an excuse to be playing that badly. Like absolutely no excuse other than he's just a shit footballer. Like that's the only thing I can really surmise with him. But in particular, because he was probably the worst player on the pitch. Like I'd be genuinely surprised if someone says someone else, but he was clearly like just.
Well, some people say Palmer and all of that, but Palmer was just too anonymous to even have like that. Gusto was getting caught out. It seemed like they were trying to target the right side at periods of the first half. He was giving out hospital passes. He's got a part to play in 2 out of the 3 goals conceded.
Yeah, there's a difference between not making any substantial impact on a game and being a detriment or a liability in a game. Palmer wasn't a detriment, but he didn't add anything.
Well, that's the thing, because I think Reece James kind of falls into that category as well. Not for a lack of trying, but he's just out of his depth and playing in midfield. He's just doesn't suit his skill set. Doesn't suit him.
Yeah,
and it's just he just looked really bad. That's the problem. Like he probably should have been subbed off for half time as well, but Maresca just is stubborn. We know this. He's not going to make those drastic changes. And look, I know obviously the devil's advocate is like he claimed in the press conference that it's like he tried a different system. And after watching the game back, obviously, it kind of felt like it wasn't like how we normally play. So I don't know how many like training sessions these players have had in this new system that he's suddenly decided to deploy against Flamengo, but it wasn't good. It just looked really disjointed, and there was no cohesion of the team whatsoever. They were walking through our midfield, literally playing straight through our midfield. Like, obviously you got Caicedo there, but you got Reece James playing out of position. Like, it just doesn't. That's why it made it easier for
And then they
Flamengo to do what
overloaded
they
the
did.
flanks as well. That's why they kept finding space on the right and left side.
Yeah.
They also won the ball in really, really good areas where they had space, and then they were decisive in their whatever their action was, whether it was to carry or to pass or whatever, hit a switch.
Oh, of
Like
course.
they were on job yesterday, bro. I do
The
just think
passing was just sloppy from us, and off the ball,
Yeah.
we were just way too static. James
100%.
and Caicedo both static. The front four not really making too much movements unless we found a way to beat the press. Because if we beat the press, we got so much space to transition in. And that's where we kind of looked our best. When we had chances to counter, Neto is showing good determination. Same thing with Delap. But they were just too few and far between because we never really could get through them consistently.
Even with defending set pieces, it seems like a lot of players were just confused who to pick up. Like, especially Gusto, he's looking at Lavia. Lavia's looking at his man, but then Gusto's kind of like trying to decide who to pick up. And then he ends up his man wins the header, and all he could do is like this half-assed, like try to elbow him, like not even properly contesting him in the air. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? Like, all of these defenders that we know they're bad, but just sometimes they're like really bad. Like they can't even do the basics right. Like pick up a player and just generally read the threat in the box. Like it's just against like better teams, you're always going to get cooked. Like that's always going to happen. But that's Maresca's job, kind of really to kind of pick up on that. Maybe I don't know, halftime team talks or the defensive coach.
That takes you to a point that you brought up earlier because you were talking about Maresca being stubborn at times. And the thing that frustrates me the most, right, is that I don't even have him down as that stubborn. I've seen him in enough games make tweaks and make changes at halftime or in-game in the second half, and they usually have us coming out looking a lot better. That's what frustrates me so much. I've seen you literally do this in big games, in finals, against big 16s. Today, you just stuck by what we were doing, and I thought it's okay, let's not make any changes. What?
Yeah. Yeah, see, look, I often find myself like arguing like that point in my head, sort of thing, like trying to figure out, is it because he's stubborn, or like are the players also not listening to his instruction? Which we know this can happen, like when the plan doesn't go to plan, some players kind of wing it and they kind of like go against the manager's wishes, and then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So it can kind of go both ways, like. But yeah, you're definitely right. Especially in that Conference League final, it definitely seemed like a halftime team talk really overturns like Betis, like how we managed to overcome them in the final. But
yeah, there's also Fulham away as another example. Second half, we came out, we looked levels better. 10 men down against Newcastle, we came out, we looked a lot better. Tottenham away, we came out, we looked a lot better in the second half. These are all off the top of my head, and he's shown that he can make those tweaks. Big up, Jimmy, man. I hope you had a good day. I hope you had a good day yesterday.
Yeah, I had a great day. Day was good. Hold up. Let's see if what the fuck is wrong with this camera. You don't have to call. Oh shit, there it is.
Jeez, back at the yard, man. Back at the yard. How you feeling 24 hours removed away from that?
Get Jackson out my club. I'm done with Jackson, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my biggest takeaway. Like, I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about him. If people want him gone, he can go. I don't care. Like, yeah, I don't want to hear that. The first I defended him the first one because I watched the replay and you can see that he didn't beat to elbow my boy the first time. But that tackle, come on, bro.
Yeah,
you could clearly see, like, come on, bro. That was a clear that was some intent behind it. Yeah, he kind of Yeah, but could you tell me? You can't tell me nothing. Like
did the fans in the stadium think it was a deserved red?
Me and Marshall was on the opposite side, backside. The minute he stepped on him, asked Marshall what I did. I ran over to the edge and said, "He's gone. He's gone. He's gone." You could see right away. The Chelsea players was like, The Chelsea players. When I saw the Chelsea players' reaction, I was like, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. It was
Yeah,
a dumb tackle. You couldn't see the tackle exactly from where we was, but you could tell he was gone. He was gone, bro. Like, he was gone. And, like,
I was like, not again.
I can tell you right now,
That's-
Sanchez is 10 times worse to watch in person. I
Oh,
feel
I got
sorry
mad.
for match-going fans that have to put up with that dude. He is 10. I don't even be caring. You know what I realized? We be going all crazy over his saves. You know, most goalkeeper makes good saves.
Yeah.
This is what I tell people for months. Oh, but he's a good shot stopper. That is bread. It's like midfielders pass the ball.
Yes.
That's what
I'm like, most goalkeepers make those. I see those saves all the time. So it's
Yeah.
like, so I watched the saves back. I was like, yeah, even I said it like a dumbass. Oh, yeah, but he had a couple good saves. And then I was like, so what? So what?
You know, when a
It's
man
just
leaves the bar so low, you just flex that.
Bro,
That's what it becomes
in
to
the,
with him.
in the first 10, 15 minutes, he was trying to give away a goal. He was just
Oh
He
my
was
god.
just
Yeah.
giving
he
the
was
ball
giving away
away,
left, right,
giving the
center.
ball
Yeah.
away, giving the ball
And
away.
do you see the difference between that and the other goalkeeper?
That goalkeeper, but he has it's a skill that a lot of goalkeepers possess now. It's the ability to pass the fucking ball. He can't do it. He can't do it. He can't. He cannot do it. He cannot do it. Yesterday's game, I had no. The only Maresca. I could go through a few things. Let me go through a few things. Maresca, bro, stop putting Reece James in the fucking midfield.
Yep.
I don't care about none of the other reasons. I'll give you a 1,000 and gazillion pass for whenever you did it back then, because we were short of players. You have no fucking excuse now to be playing two right backs. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Enough. We get it. Stop. Enough, bro. Stop. We fucking get it. We get it. Stop. Stop.
Who's Sundown?
With that being said, there's still no excuse for Reece James not being able to control the ball.
No.
To his foot.
Yeah.
It's still no excuse for Reece James not being able to make a 5-yard pass. No excuse. Reece James played like shit. Caicedo played like shit. Palmer was shit. Gusto was shit. That's 4 key players. But this is before I even... They were shit. Caicedo was shit. Palmer was shit. And Gusto was shit. Reece James was shit. Now let me go into my fucking bag and cook to all you cocksuckers who every fucking day bitch and complain. Oh, Gusto, he's playing bad because you're inverting him. Well, guess what he didn't do not one time yesterday? Invert. Not once. Not once. We played a traditional back fucking 4 with him. You know what else he got to do? Go up and down the right wing. You know what else he did? Stink. He stunk out the joint. Stunk out the joint. Playing a traditional role y'all want him to play. He stunk out the joint. Secondly, if we only put Cole Palmer on the right wing, you just... Wrong. Cole Palmer was shit. Garbage, fart, poop, doo-doo. He was that shit that you see them serve on the side of the road in fucking India when they stick their fucking hand in everything and throw it on a piece of fucking paper and wrap it up and hand it to you. That was Cole Palmer yesterday. Off the right wing. Once again, Cole Palmer played just like how I said he played. He's a front runner. Cole Palmer is a great player. He's a great creator, great scorer, all that. But Cole Palmer, he can carry a team. He cannot lift up a team. I want y'all to listen what I said. He can carry a team. He cannot lift up, then carry a team. If the team is on, he can carry them. The team can get on his back. He can't lift the team up and put them on his back. He's not an Eden Hazard. He's not that.
Nope.
Hazard will lift the team up, put him on his back. Drogba, lift the team up, It's two type of match winners. It's two types. Palmer's the type to where if things are cooking, he'll cook. If things are dead, he's gonna be dead too. He was dead. He was just dead. That's Cole Palmer was just dead. Just la 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 la. And like this idea, I can tell you this right now. It wasn't about no tactico this, tactico that. Them Brazilians just wanted it. You could just watch it. Like they didn't switch the same way they played first half against Tunis. Tunis. The same way they played second half against Tunis, first half against Chelsea, second half against Chelsea. They played the same way the entire time. The difference yesterday is we made two dickhead mistakes and they made one. Because our goal was two things. The same thing their two goals was. Players getting after it and taking it, because you create your own luck and create your own advantages. They got after it. They wanted it more. Look back the replay at the first goal. Look at a few people.
I looked at all of them, man.
Look at the center. The biggest criminal, that's like hands down, the biggest criminal was Gusto. We know he's the biggest criminal. But let's give him his 60% of the blame. And then you gotta look at once again, Chalobah, Caldwell. What are y'all looking at? What are y'all looking at? And this is what I have to give them. This is why I say fans need to be relaxed and don't be overreactionary. I gotta honestly say, I can't tell you the last time I saw them do that. Ball watch. I gotta say that. Like, y'all know I've been killing Caldwell. I can't tell you the last time I seen him ball watch. I can't tell you. I can't tell you the last time I seen Chalobah ball watch. I can't tell you. They've actually been locked on. So to see them ball watch, it's like, did y'all really take these guys lightly? Because I can't tell you the last time I seen them ball watching. So to see them ball watch twice within 6 minutes, I'm like, oh my gosh, you can see they just locked off for 6 minutes. Though our center backs, not even just our center backs, our back line outside of Cucurella just had just mental lapses. Mental lapses. And look, people like, oh well, you can't really blame Gusto because that's not his man. There's a thing in sports called do your job. Gusto's job is back post, not the guy in front of him. The guy in front of him is Chalobah's guy. The guy behind Chalobah is Caldwell's guy. So this idea that, Gusto had two men. No, he didn't. He had one man, and it's behind him. And the problem is when your man is the one that makes the play that leads to the goal, you look doubly bad because that cross came in. His man got the header that got it back across goal. But the criminal part after that was Chalobah and Caldwell. Look, if you watch, I was about to say, do you have the next frame? Because Caldwell barely got past the penalty line from where he started at. Think about that. Go back again, Lewis. Think about look where Caldwell started. Look where Caldwell started. A cross came in. And he didn't even move he moved from the top of the 18 to the pin. That's how farthest he went. Think about that. Gusto was criminal and Caldwell was super criminal because at least Chalobah got back in line with the guy he should be defending, even though he was ball watching. Caldwell did not even move, bro. And it's not because no lazy. He just was ball watching. It's like, bro, come on, Caldwell. So this is not like, a tactical match. It's not no tactical match. It's just like, come on, bro. Don't stay focused. And then they went down and then they did it again. They did it again a couple minutes later. Same fucking thing. Locked off. And it's like,
Gusto didn't even want to go for the duel that time. He looked scared to back. Like I was saying, he was backing into like a guy that can't.
You know what he did, Lewis? He did the lean in. You know when instead of jumping and do,
he just leaned into it.
It's like you hope you lean in and you hope his header go wide. It's like I'm not actually trying to get in this dude. I'm trying to look like I'm doing something and hope his shit don't work out. It was pathetic. The last goal, I'm not mad about the last goal. That goal was like a little lucky. It was jamming. Yeah, he took a shot and it hit his own player. Yeah, it hit his own player. So that goal, I'm not really too fussed about. But the other two, it was just like, and then Maresca playing reach. I had no problem with trying the new tactics, but bro, play fucking Lavia or play Santos in the midfield, bro. There was no reason for Reece James to play in the midfield.
By half time, you knew it weren't working. So just change it.
I'm on it today. You know how I normally say the manager's 11 is the 11 because I wasn't in practice. Blah blah blah. Fuck that. Today I'm trunking that today, bro. The one position to me, man management wise, where you cannot try to play somebody out of position is midfield. Not even on the tactical side, because it's what you're saying to the motherfuckers on the bench. What are you saying? As a manager, what are you saying to Asugo? What are you saying to Santos? What are you saying? Now, I'm not going to overreact and act like because they didn't play this game, it's a bad thing. It's because he starting Reece James was the criminal move. Because once the red card and all the shit, you already know any substitution plans is thrown out the fucking window. But starting Reece James in the midfield when he's not a midfielder, I'm like, what the fuck? If you start a midfielder over me, I have no problem with that, especially when he has seniority. And especially when I'm new to the team, I'm new to the system, that's cool. I have no problem coming off the bench. But don't start a right back over me in the midfield. Don't fucking do me that. Don't do me that. Don't do me that. That's all I ask. And it's not like people acting like, oh, Santos is going to leave. Bro, like, calm your stupid asses down. Relax. It's not that serious. But it's that stupid. It's that fucking stupid. It's like, bro, stop trying to do the chemistry work. Stop trying to do the biology work. Do the chemistry. Stop doing biology. Do the chemistry. So if you want to work on some new shit, play players in their fucking position that they actually could thrive in. Because you're not going to cry about Palmer going to right wing. None of us. You're not going to cry if you make Gusto play traditional right back. None of us. But when you decide to go put Reece James in the midfield and there's not an injury crisis, now you pissing me off. And
especially
outside of that,
now we have a one.
Yeah.
It looks a lot
outside of that, I ain't really got too much. Like, I ain't really too head lost over nothing. I can tell you this right now. 80% of my venom about yesterday's game is about Jackson's red card. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That, to me, that says a lot about his mentality. It says a lot about like, it was just such a turnoff. It was such a fucking turn. And to me, I would have liked if the players didn't downplay it. Like, or maybe they downplayed it in public. I would hope in the locker room they shitting on him. I would hope in the locker room the manager's shitting on him. I don't need it being done in public. I'm not one of them fans. Hey, Wolfie, fuck off. That's Wolfie. I know that's Wolfie.
Yeah, I know.
Wolfie, eat
Pick
shit.
up, man.
I know. I don't mind in public. I'm not one of them dudes. I'm one of them dudes that believe keep the family business. I fully believe that. But I hope behind them doors they shitted on him. And another thing I could do without Jackson, get your Chat GPT apology the fuck out of my face. Miss me with that shit, bro. Oh, I have to be. I'm here to help the team, not hurt the team. Oh, are you? Are you really? Shut the fuck up, bro.
Yo, Jimmy, you know the funny thing is, bro, he just did this maybe like a month ago. in a very important game.
Oh, wait. And one more thing. You would sell who, CJ? I'm sorry.
Nicholas Jackson as well. Take his ass out.
No. My winger you was talking about selling with 2 and
Neto,
2.
Come on, bro.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. Okay. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that's 2 and 2. Neto
fair.
that can score goals. Neto that's 2 and 2. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what? There comes a point where if somebody's actually performing, you gotta say,
and he worked hard.
Yeah. I can
game.
say, you know what, bro? No problem. You understand what I mean? But
Jackson, I agree with Jackson can go. Jackson can go.
Because it's like, bro, you didn't learn that first time against Forest. And that shit was a very important game. I mean, this one might not be that important in the
this one wasn't that important, but that
still,
Newcastle game,
it's still exactly Newcastle.
Using Lewis terms, that Newcastle game was gargantuan, nigga.
Yeah, and you really handicapped.
I saw
Jimmy, do you know what it is? The one thing I want to say.
Two big competitions you're out for.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just.
Wait, can I say one thing on Jackson? Listen, I'm not trying to defend his actions, or what he did. Now, obviously, what he did was very, very stupid. But away from that, let's keep it 100 though. Flamengo were the better team for the majority of the game, innit? They were onto us. They were peppering us for most of that game.
It wasn't that.
They were better second half.
I'm not with that because with the way the game ended, people were gonna be. I was at the game. I was never at.
It was all about moments.
I felt like Flamengo was dominating.
It was all about moments and the momentum.
It was moments. It was just that was a great way to fucking put it. It was just moments. They wasn't down. Now after the second goal, they dominated. That's when I say it was domination in the location, like Desi would say. That's when it was dominating. And that also goes with, bro, listen to when I tell you this. That was an away game. You hear what I'm telling you?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't, and a lot of people talking about, y'all got to understand how America is, bro. These South American teams do not need fans to fly in.
They got them.
There's enough of their people. Y'all want to go look up. Just ask it. How many Brazilians live on the Eastern Seaboard? Just chat GPT. Their fans don't. A lot of their fans at that game yesterday, they live local.
You said the East Coast.
Yes, they live local. You know how I know? Because you fucking see them. They ain't tourists.
2 mil to over 2.7 million.
Bro, listen to me. A lot of those people were locals. Let Marshall tell you, the guys that was up in the stands with us, they were locals. They live local.
They can speak English and stuff like that. They have jobs.
These wasn't people that don't speak. These are locals. Don't get me wrong. Let's not get it fucked up. There were a lot of traveling fans, but a lot of the fans were fucking low. They were low because you know how I know they were locals because a lot of them were Eagles fans. You ain't coming from Brazil singing no E-A-G-L-E. That's an Eagles shit.
To be fair, Jimmy, I will say just one thing, Jimmy. The NFL is growing exponentially in Brazil.
Yeah, but bro, listen to me. A lot of these guys were locals. A lot. The fans that were not, they're fans that were behind the net. Oh my God, yo. They were fucking amazing. Yo, when they scored their third goal, me and Marshall celebrated with them. Like, yo, because like, all right, it was the goal to put us away, and like it was like 4 older gentlemen in front of us. I'm talking like maybe one my age, maybe one 5 years older than him, maybe one 5 years older than him. I'm talking about older gentlemen. And they were when that third goal went in, they were fucking hugging, jumping around, and I was just out. Yo, that shit was crazy. And me and Marshall just joined in and celebrated because even when we scored, they looked at us like good goal. They was like good goal, good hustle. Like it was a good.
Fair play.
There's been no fan problems really at this tournament involving any of the teams.
Yeah, so it's all the gas on social media. Then fair enough.
That game was
but hear this though, guys. What I don't like about I understand the result was bad, when the
Yeah.
performance was bad. And no one deserves defending. But what I don't like is people acting like 5-year-old children. Like guys are
Oh, it's
saying,
common, innit?
You can't help that with our fan base.
No,
we
Bro,
really can't
that
help
by
that.
full time was driving me nuts. I never
it's
ended
that-
the stream so early.
listen, it's like people, and I don't know where it is. I genuinely feel like, and listen, forgive me if I'm wrong. Don't really, because I know I'm not wrong. Most of these guys genuinely hope and pray that shit goes wrong only to fulfill a agenda.
yes. That's
Same
I-
wrestlers gone.
I
Yeah,
genuinely
that's what it is.
like, people cannot look at things in isolation and just look at things for what they are. Here's what happened, right? We were outclassed by a team who took the game more seriously. They was probably in better shape than us because the team looked more fatigued. Obviously, we had someone who threw away for us slightly. Our defenders switched off for a few of their goals, except the last one, which Jimmy said was a bit jammy.
Yeah,
But now everyone's saying,
Yeah.
this and that and that and this and these guys aren't good, or this guy and Caicedo's overrated and this. It's like, why, man?
Yeah,
Bro, like, listen, look, I don't know how these guys operate in the real world, but I feel like it's just one of those things where they expect shit to go. They just want things to go wrong so that they can prove a point. Like, they celebrate the other team's goals on a serious thing, and I never understand this shit. Like, why? Like, what?
Well, I do. Like, I've got a few theories. Like, obviously, like the way we ended last season, of course, like maybe, some people thought, good, we won a trophy, regardless of whether you respect the competition or not. But they don't like his style of football. Yeah. Like, it's safe to say I'm one of them. Like, I'm still not a fan of his style of football. I think in press conferences, he doesn't really sort of speak the truth, which kind of pisses me off in some cases. But look, it is what it is. As long as we win games at the end of the day, I don't care what you say in a press conference, to be fair. But it's just like, I guess some people are using this competition as either they want us to win it because it's a trophy at the end of the day, or they're using it as a barometer for our upcoming season of like, because last season was primarily like a lot of downs, but we ended up finishing the season strong. And it's like, all right, they want us to now compete with Liverpool for the title next season with the players we currently have right now. Like, it's a bit much. I mean, look, I'm not going to shoot someone down if love Chelsea that much you think that's going to happen, but let's be realistic. Like, right now with our current squad and our lack of depth, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not happening, right? So it just kind of depends on where people think about this competition. Do they actually care about it enough to think that we have a chance to win it, or they want us to win it and therefore they'll get mad if we get eliminated? Or are they genuinely like, yeah, this tournament is like a precursor to how shit of a season we're going to have, which no one can actually know how that's going to happen, to be honest. But if you don't like the manager, it makes it easy to come to that conclusion, doesn't it? Because
people said this in preseason last year, though, and we still did well. You know what I mean? So it's one of those. It's one of those. I think
we got our preseason last year. Y'all must have forgot Celtic,
bro. People really thought it was gonna be shit.
Yeah, that was this.
And the City game,
it's not even that, Nat. You see where it is when it comes to. I would just ask him because I don't know. Maybe it's just something. Maybe like they have like some weird inferiority complex or some shit where they just want to take. They want to take their frustrations out on the club for absolutely not. Now, I genuinely don't get it. Like, isn't football meant to be an escape? So if football's meant to be an escape, what's the point of like looking for a reason to get upset?
No, but that's the investment part of it.
Oh,
It is an escape,
I don't
but
think
like,
people looking for a reason to be upset.
I hate that kind of like narrative. Why you not happy watching? Obviously, like if you're watching your team, you're using it to fucking escape. That's why you're so passionate about it. Otherwise,
I'm about to say,
done. What I mean by that is done. You're
you watch
what I'm
movies,
saying.
you watch all this shit. Hold on, you watch movies, all that shit is like, yeah, I can use this to completely get away. I'm gonna look at it and just be happy and shit. But football is like gambling.
I'm about to say,
it's the same,
I keep telling people football
without putting money into it. Football is like gambling. It's not the same as like other highs that you get.
Project is literally.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, football is entertaining. It's not entertainment. It's entertaining.
No, but
football is a competition. It's not entertaining.
Like gambling is entertaining, but if I lose $1,000,
football is entertaining, but it's not entertainment. It's a sport. It's a competition.
Here's the difference. So, Dan. The difference is what I'm saying is like people genuinely, it's like they're happy that their team loses. I'm not saying, you should always be happy.
We know those dickheads. We know those dickheads.
No, Dan. I don't think you're getting what I'm saying. I'm not talking. I'm Dan. I'm not Dan.
That's like 2% of all fans.
Yeah, I agree with Daniel on that. It's a small percentage. They're annoying, but it's a small percentage.
Wait, let me just say my point though. When I was saying what I'm saying, I'm not saying, oh, you should never be critical and always be happy. I understand. I'm not saying that. Obviously, you have to be honest. I'm just saying there's genuinely people who went into this game were praying for Flamengo to win. Do you have a reason to start?
Okay, what percent of Chelsea fans do you think that is?
For the most part, there's a good few, especially since Clearlake have come in.
Well, give me a percentage.
20?
No, man, no 20% of no goddamn fan base wanted us to lose. Yo, all right, this is a dead. This is a dead. Dead.
Yeah,
I don't know what conversation going yet, but yeah, whatever y'all was going before,
small vocal minority. That's what it is.
That want us to lose. I think that's like in the 5% at best. I'll give
5. Give them 5. Yeah. Give them 5.
Like you're a Chelsea fan and you want us to lose, so you want to be right that bad. Nah, it's not. That's not high. That's not high in any fan base. So that,
look, it's kind of like the people who obviously like they don't like Maurice's style of play, but I guess they're content if we just win games. Like I said, we won a trophy, whatever. I guess it kind of tides you over, or you're just really done with him. Like you're just sick of watching his style of football. We don't care. Like you're just like, to be honest, I just want to change your manager. Like that's it. So there's kind of those people. It's either one camp or the other. Like that's kind of where this fan base is at right now.
So here's where it is, right? Everybody can take the information they're getting and things that's happening their own way, right? From me, from the jump, I'm never going to be out here super vocal. And even on my Twitter, you're not going to see me tweeting about, Maresca out or whatever. But y'all know I don't like him.
Yeah.
Y'all know I don't like him. Because I have a belief of what managers are. Right?
That's fair.
And from that belief, I don't believe managers, especially at clubs like this, you can develop. For those that have been good, we can see like right away. Oh shit, this guy's great. Oh shit, this guy's shit. You know what I'm saying? Now there can be exceptions to the rule. I'm not equipped to see those. And I'm not saying that's why I'm not so vocal about it. But for me, it's like the things that I see in managers, the things that he's doing. Number one is learning, right? Learn from your errors. Learn from your mistakes. You've had 38 games in the league season of playing Reece James, Augusto in midfield. It's not worked once. You've had games where other players have been great, and we've won those games. Palmer's being great, or this guy, or Enzo, or whatever. But that Gusto or Reece James in midfield shit, that shit has never worked. Why are you still doing it? Especially now that you have midfielders that they've bought for you. You have a Sugo. I'm okay with going with this youth project plan bullshit. But give them a chance. Why aren't they playing?
Yeah, in their positions.
What is the point of this if you're not gonna play these guys? What is the point of having all these youth guys to say youth project? Gusto can be shit. I said Gusto has been the worst player this whole season. I've said it. He's the worst.
Please.
No, fuck that. He's the worst player this whole season. Why isn't Lechempo getting a chance? Bro. Why isn't Lechempo getting a chance? Yeah. Because to me, it's like if I'm just trying young players, why is this nigga still playing and he's been shit from day one to now? Maybe 1 or 2 games Augusto's back. Psych. We back to being bullshit.
And Daniel.
So my thing is like, why are we trying these other guys in these positions if it's a youth project? If I'm trying to develop all these guys and see who's best. Asugo should have played. Santos should have played. Right? These guys should have played.
Yeah. You gotta look to the manager, huh? That's all you can look at, really.
Daniel, hold. You said that wrong. Let's keep it real. They should have started, not played. Because I'm quite sure if it didn't go up and down and go all 6s and 7s, they would have played. One of them should have started.
Santos should have started.
One of them should have.
You have that kind of midfield 3, and you have the midfield 2 that you got, and you're not playing Palmer number 10.
Start one of them, bro.
Reece James. Come on,
where the fuck Reece James going? Where's Reece James going? Start one of my fucking midfield. I don't care if it was a Sugo. I don't care if it was. I don't give a fuck if it was KDH. A midfielder.
This is another point, Jimmy. This is another point of why, like, it's not just about this result. Don't mean shit to me. I'm not fussed. We're probably going to lose quarters or semis. It is what it is. Enjoy it. I'm not tripping about this. What I am tripping about is like, what are you showing that you've learned? This is why I can't rate guys like Jackson. You've not learned shit. You're still a fucking child. You're not trying to get better. That's why he has to go. I'm done. I'm done. You're not trying to get better.
I'm done.
You're just doing the same shit over and over and expecting us to believe you're gonna get better. It's bullshit. He can go, but the manager as well. My thing is this: it's like, what is Reece James' best attacking quality? Is his crossing. Even when you're struggling, that's his best quality. It's him crossing the ball and getting the ball to your forwards. That just saved us at the end of the season. Remember Reece James to Cucurella?
Yeah.
Manchester United, was it? Right? That's his serious, because we know that's his best and his ball striking and shit like that. Right? Even if it's Reece James on the bench and it's like, oh, we're struggling, let's bring him on, play him high, get crosses in.
Remember we brought him on free kick against Bournemouth?
Like, while we doing this, to
Conference
preserve
League
how
final.
Reece James plays, we're gonna play him in midfield. Why? I don't care about preserve. Don't play him in midfield. Use him for 20 minutes, cross the ball then. You like be smart in the way you're using these players. It doesn't make sense right now.
Yeah. And like I said, I had no
And Palmer's
problem
been
with him.
shit for the whole season. Part of it is on Palmer, but also my nigga, what's going on? We got to figure something out. What's going on there? He's been shit. We got to get him back to where we got to get him back.
Yeah, that's on Palmer. I'm not.
But it's a relationship. There's no way you can tell me Lampard was great all those years, just all on him. Like Jose didn't help him at times when he was down or when he was struggling with this. Here's what you do to get
Palmer
back.
started off the beginning of the year just like he ended it. So
Yeah,
we can't act like Palmer never cooked under Maresca. You
No,
see,
I'm not
Palmer
saying he
never
did it.
cooked under
I'm
Maresca.
saying when no,
He had a whole half a season under Maresca where he cooked.
Listen to me, Jimmy. The job of the manager isn't to get these young players going. They are who they are. To me, the job of the manager is there's going to be a period where they do fall off, where they do struggle. Otherwise, he don't need you. He's going to do what he has to do. That's when he needs you. That's when he needs pointers. Or that's when he needs help. To me. Because all these young players, they go through it. They go through that period where it's like, fuck. Okay,
Well,
now he's struggling.
Here's the fucked
That
up part.
happens.
Here's the fucked up part, right? Your young player struggling, and you got to turn to another fucking young player. Like, that's the shit that, like, don't even get me started.
Most experienced player there was Chalobah.
Directors no more, man. I really don't. Oh
Yeah,
my God!
That's
Did y'all
a
see the
Tyson
goal?
argument. Yeah.
Did y'all see the goal that Bournemouth got?
Yeah, Ron Williams.
Sundowns.
Yeah.
Sundowns or Dortmund? I ain't seen it yet.
Dortmund. He
let me
slashed
let me
the
start the game.
Yeah, Ronwin Williams. He's a good goalkeeper on the
Here's
ball.
when it gets difficult, right? When the conversation
Fucking hell, man.
For the reason that you just said,
I saw that.
that's why I would want an experienced winger. Oh, Estevao is starting right wing. He's not doing too well. Let him sit for a couple of games. Let this guy come in. Okay, he don't got to be world class because you're trying to develop another player. You're trying to develop these guys, Quenda and these guys. If Quenda is struggling, if Bino Gittins is struggling, you're going to swap him for Quenda, who's 18.
Yo, that's why this squad building is just been such an atrocity, and they still doing it, yo. Like we still.
What I hate is that we're this close to having a good enough squad. Just get
so
that's what I'm saying. It's like
that's what's so annoying.
It's annoying as fuck. We're literally right here.
I always say I believe these men want to win. I do believe they want to win, but they want to win with their sellable value, with players of resale value.
So what happens when you win? Are you going to sell them? What is it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't get
a bit of experience around them and complete the job.
It's not even, you know,
they wouldn't give a damn about this youth project if we just win some trophies with it.
You know what's crazy? This is why I keep saying it's like Clear Lake have basically gotten in a position where now there's no excuses. They've got Champions League football. They probably, but they can get any sponsor they want. There's most
we
players.
have the most money to spend.
Yeah, most players would be
300 mil allowed for us to spend in this fucking whatever. They've done their jigging. You have the money. That's what I'm like, bro. Y'all got the money.
No, it's funny.
It.
You know what it is? Do you know what it is? This is what I'm saying though. When like, they can go get these guys in it now. For example, with just I don't know. There's too many guys we could go grab, and I've always said this squad, even if there's deficiencies. If you add 2-3 guys of real quality, just real quality guys who will make the players around them look better, then suddenly you start to look at a team which I'm not saying can win the title, but it can at least, have a more respectable finish in the league next season.
It can win the title. It's not like this is what people are.
Yeah, no, we're
scared to say that we're not that far off. That if you actually go out there, you say, you know what, I'm getting Manyan, I'm getting Leao, I'm getting players like that to add to this team. Like on one end is Palmer, you could be scared of Palmer. I'm not even scared of whoever else plays. So now I'm focused on him. Another powerhouse on that side. Another top, top player as your
Goal
keeper.
scorer.
Another top
Say
player
it, goal
as your center
scorer.
back.
Another goal threat.
No. Even if you said I'm going with Delap, I want to develop him, right? But why do I have to do Delap and also do Bino Gittins? Why can I get Leao? And I'll have Leao and Palmer. It don't matter if Delap is there. If I have Leao and Palmer, we already somewhere. We're already getting there. Now it's up to if Delap picks it up quickly. Now we might be a title-winning team. If he does it, maybe you have to wait maybe a year, right? Maybe a year you have to wait.
That's why the Joao Pedro thing for me.
So then why you getting Bino Gittins? That's what like people think I'm saying it because are you saying Bino Gittins sucks? That's not the point.
That's not what he's saying. And you've been saying that from the beginning. It's not like you're saying he sucked. Nobody's saying he sucked and nobody's saying he can't work. But let's get something more of a surer thing.
To win getting those guys in your team, you're so much closer to winning. Obviously, getting Osimhen, I'm probably winning this fucking time, but they're not gonna get Osimhen. It is what it is. Cool. I'm compromising, but I'm saying in this situation you are in, if you end the summer window, you get Leal, you get Lanya, and you get a center back, no one is complaining
at all.
No one is complaining. Even if you want a striker and you still want Osimhen, you actually be, you know what? I'll chill. Let me chill out because they actually got me, top keeper out to see Sanchez, who fucked up again last game, who was fucking up the whole game to start the game. But it's all cool. You know what I mean? Saying, you know what Sanchez is? The most errors leading to goals.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, 30 million on my yacht. Jimmy, this is what I was saying. 30 million on my yacht. I'll pay it because of this type of nigga. That's why I'm paying the money.
And Daniel,
I can't go to another season with this kind of guy. I can't do it.
Daniel, I said it on and I keep saying this. The worst bit is going to be when we end up paying that 25 mil for him anyway. It's like, bro, why don't you just pay it initially?
I'll be happy. I just fucking pay it. So I'll be happy.
No, I'll accept it in a sense.
I don't. If we get him in, I didn't really care about if he came for Club World Cup. Like I wasn't fussed for that. Like I really wasn't. I wasn't fussed for them niggas to try to squeeze in 900 transfers in 7 days. Like I just wasn't. I knew it wasn't gonna happen, so I wasn't even worried about that. My thing is the fucking window closed September 1st. These cocksuckers got mad time. There's no excuse. No excuse. Bring in.
Jimmy, the reason why I wanted it done quickly is because once other teams get involved, then these guys even overpay. Right now, nobody cares about Magnan except for us. We're the only ones who really want it.
Ain't nobody gonna. But let's be real, bro. Ain't nobody gonna overpay for Magnan. They not. No. Nobody's gonna.
The only big club in the Champions League
I think he's still 30 in the last year of his deal.
The only big clubs I think need a goalkeeper in UCL would be Tottenham.
Yeah, nobody's gonna pay big money for him. He's regardless of how we feel.
Bayern don't need him. PSG don't need him unless Donnarumma leaves.
He's 30.
Barca
He's 30 in his last year.
That's
equivalent to us. That's equivalent to Man U paying 60 for fucking base amount. Like I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm taking out my emotion. Bro, he's 30. He's in his last year, and
for a goalkeeper, I don't think that's
why the fuck am I giving you that? Why he's not worth? He's literally not worth $25-30 million. Y'all can say it's not big money. It's big money when you're paying for what it's not worth.
It's what it's worth to you in your team, right? Caicedo wasn't worth 115 million.
Yes, he was.
Nah, hell no.
No. I don't know how people say shit like that. Yes, the fuck he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
The problem is the price tag is only worth it or not dependent on your feeling. This is the thing.
No, the price tag is worth it on what people willing to pay for you. You had two teams willing to pay $115 million for a player. You say he's not worth it. Yeah, yes, the fuck he is. You had two teams, and one of them won the league the next year.
I don't base it on that.
Hang on. When you say
your feelings about the value of the player is just going to be your feelings.
Yeah, I don't.
I'll pay that for Caicedo. I don't give a shit. That's
worth everything.
Get another team.
I wouldn't.
We can say he's worth every penny now.
I'll pay the 25.
I mean,
that's what matters.
This isn't new. Y'all heard me say this when the transfer went through.
He's worth it if he works out. He's not worth it if he don't work out. So saying you can say worth it now, that's what matters.
If it's certain players who work out, I can still say, yeah, you guys overpaid for that. That's still
yeah, but that's less of a contract.
Even if he works out.
Well, who? Hold on. Who's that? What player is that?
Someone like Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice has worked out for Arsenal. I think he was overpaid. He's not worth 100 mil.
Well, nah, I'll say he is.
Because I don't
Yeah,
think
people
DMs
are
are.
about
To me, I don't think
anything.
DMs are worth 100 mil like that. I'm sorry. That's
No,
top.
for me,
CDMs
no, it
are
is.
crucial
I
in the
understand
game
that shit,
though.
but
I don't
DMs
pay. I'm
are
not paying
clearly
100 mil
worth.
for a DM, bro. Sorry.
No, but you know what it is. I'm with
But
Dan
that's
on this.
clearly what DMs are worth, though.
That's what this
No,
new
I
era.
understand that's
That's
how
what
you
this
feel.
new era is playing for them.
But what people? This is what I always say. We always recognize that the game changed. When the game changed, there's different value placed on different parts of the game.
Yeah.
DMs never used to be worth that. DM not worth that, of course not. The way the game is played today, the DM is worth that.
Yes.
The DM is worth that. Look at all the teams that's winning. They got either world class or next to world class fucking men sitting in the middle of their pitch. All
To be fair,
of them.
right backs
probably-
never used
I
to be
probably
valued the
wouldn't
way they
disagree
are
with
now
that.
15 years
But
ago.
they didn't pay
So,
100 mil for that.
Yeah.
$100 million player. How
I would
much you
disagree
think
with what
Rodri
you
is
said.
worth?
But they wouldn't pay 100 mil for it.
All right.
No, Rodri was probably. If you let me say this, if you want to get Rodri, you have to pay over 100 mil. Yes.
So I mean,
And then nobody.
is
but guess what,
Caicedo
though? If you
is
offer it to
Caicedo
me,
a person that
say
can
no.
win or lose you a
Yeah.
championship?
yes.
Do you feel like Caicedo's a person that could win or lose you a season? Not even a 20, 38 games. If you're a player that can win or lose me a season, a title over 30, you're worth 100 fucking million at the position he played. Not every position.
I don't.
His
Okay, at the
position.
position he plays. Okay.
Can I?
His
I was
position.
gonna say, I view
I hear
Mignon
you,
the same
but-
way, innit?
I don't really.
All right, can I speak on this? Like,
Go on, Prime.
personally, I don't really think like any player really is worth 100 mil. I think that's a lot of money for a player. Like, for example, Caicedo.
Nah, some players are worth.
Jimmy's freaking. I know Jimmy's freaking out. Let me make my point. Jimmy's going
Every
crazy.
player is worth 100 million.
But however, my thing
Where
is,
does the
if you're
value come
going,
from?
if you're going to spend big money like that, you have to try and get as much of a sure thing as possible. So, for example, us getting Caicedo, he's shown that he's worth the money, more than worth the money, and I'm glad that we have him. And I'm someone who I didn't want him originally when we bought him. He wasn't my choice of preference to come in because he had only played like a season or two.
One or two seasons at Brighton.
And I hadn't
So let me ask y'all this.
Can I finish speaking? I hadn't from what I'd watched, I hadn't watched much at Brighton. I hadn't seen enough to show that he was worth spending that much money on him. However, I am more than happy that we have him now, obviously, because he's more than shown that worth. He's worth spending that amount on because when I look at all the other top midfielders around in Europe, he's just as good as them.
All right, now let me show you a thing. Watch this. It's all about timing and when things happen. If Conte was leaving Leicester City in today's market, what do you think he's selling for, bro?
Over 100 easy.
115, 100, and you gonna say, "Oh, he's not worth it." Yes, the fuck he is. He's literally the reason why you're going to win the league.
Are you talking about Leicester?
Jimmy?
Wait, are you talking about Leicester going from Kante going from Leicester, right?
Can I give one caveat?
Yeah, Leicester's Chelsea.
Yeah.
Go on,
That's
Daniel.
You know what? But hold on, Jimmy.
yeah.
You know
He
what?
not-
Hold
he
on,
not Kante.
Daniel. You know
Kante
what's
was worth it.
also part of the money, right? It's also your PR as well. Kante doesn't have the big PR.
We didn't even get to that yet. We didn't even
No,
get to
forget
that
the
yet.
P. No, hold on.
but
Forget
no,
the PR.
but that's part.
Kante
That's
was
part
worth
of
that because
to
me it's about impact, right?
No, but that hold on, Daniel.
And
That's part of the
Kante in
money.
himself.
That's part of
would
what
impact-
adds to. Hold on, Daniel. Sorry, that's part of what adds to Caicedo being over 100 mil. Part of what adds to Endo being over 100 mil. Whether people like it or not, it's part of what adds to Declan Rice being worth over 100.
Yeah,
mil.
it's our number
It's
one
not just
jersey.
it's not just you as a player. It's like your PR around.
Yeah,
you, what you
Caicedo's the
bring.
number one selling jersey in America. He's the number one
Yeah.
selling jersey in South America, North America, and South
And
America.
that brings
It's
to it.
Caicedo.
Kante
And
though,
Enzo.
I'm not talking about his quality of a player. I'm talking about everything else around Kante. I don't think you can command 100 mil for him from Leicester because he doesn't have the PR Pogba has or what Mahrez had in that Leicester team or what Vardy had to command that much. If I'm being real,
Right. Okay. Again, we're looking
Nah,
at
in
this.
today's market, Leicester
We're
would
looking at this
anyway.
with
They would have just
hindsight,
changed
right?
with the times. They would have charged you 100.
We're
either
looking at
yeah, but
Conte
but
with
teams wouldn't
hindsight.
have to pay.
Well,
that.
just
Look at
quickly,
that.
Daniel said the caveat he wanted to drop.
Yeah, Conte
Yeah,
coming
sorry.
from Leicester. Like, think
Yeah,
about
that's what
Conte
I'm
when
talking
they won the season with Leicester, and
Yeah.
he was coming from
I
Leicester.
know, and he was balling, but they wouldn't have. No one would have paid 100 mil. Not
Yes,
talking
the
about him as not his ability. I'm going
Conte,
beyond his
no,
ability.
Conte into listen what I said. Listen to what I said. Conte coming from Leicester. Think about a central defensive midfielder, how good Conte was. They won the league. Today's market, he's coming off of that. He's a free,
I know, Jimmy. And
what Conte did with Leicester was way better than anything that Caicedo did with Brighton.
I know.
You have to put it in today's market.
I agree. And I'm talking about in today's market, what adds to your price tag isn't just your ability as a player. It's everything else you come with.
Conte's ability was so much better. Conte as a player was better than fucking Caicedo. Hello, I don't know if y'all remember.
I know that. I'm not
That's
talking
what I'm saying. So,
I'm talking about your
conversation drug into where I wasn't even taking
that Leicester team.
He's not Conte. Conte's worth 100 mil.
You remember that Leicester team that season? Everyone was hyping about Mahrez and Vardy. Conte wasn't getting the same hype and praise.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But we that's my point that I'm making. In this market, he would have been $150 million fucking player, and people would have paid it.
I don't think you would have commanded. I don't even think you can command.
You're drunk.
I'm not talking about ability. I'm going beyond.
I don't care what you're talking about. I'm telling you what he. Bro, as a player, he would have been worth 105. So why do you think
I'm going beyond just a player, bro? It's not just about your.
I don't care what metric you're using. He's $100-something million player in this fucking market today.
More, bro.
I don't care what you're telling me.
Yeah, he would have cost.
I don't care if his jersey gonna sell. I don't care if he sold one fucking jersey.
Okay, let's say
ability on the pitch.
Let's say he ends up.
Wait. Daniel wanted to add to this quickly. Go on, Daniel.
Stuff like that adds into it, though. No.
Surely
it does.
No.
Okay.
You guys. Wait, Daniel, what did you want to say, bro?
Even if he ends up costing 120, right? Let's say that was Conte's price in this market. Because I have hindsight, I can't take that away from my mind. I would pay that for fucking Conte. Because Conte's impact was just that fucking large, where he's shutting down whole midfield. His ball carrying was a different level, right? And he like stuff starting fucking tax force. Yes, I would have paid that. This nigga's not Conte.
Who you talking about?
Caicedo. He's not Conte.
Yeah.
So
but that's not Conte. But he's in today's market. He's worth
cool. I'm saying the way I'm describing, you gotta talking about him as a player. No, he's top 2 DMs in this league. I'm not talking about him as a player. What I'm saying is that in terms of how you have to build your team, even just look at the team that really wanted him for 120 mil. They ended up buying the guy for free or whatever, right? And this season they won the league with what's that kid's name playing DM?
Oh, Gravenberch,
right? Gravenberch isn't better than Caicedo. I'm talking about as long as if you don't have those powerhouses in your front line, if you don't have guys who can get you 20, 22 goals, even if you have a world-class DM, you're losing the league.
Then again, I think it depends on like the style. Like some title winning.
Liverpool don't have a world-class DM, and they won the league.
Some title winning teams don't.
But their DM played at that level, though.
Yeah.
He's not a world-class player, but Gravenberch played at that level this year.
Yeah.
Bro, and they have elite defenders and a great goalkeeper. Like they're winning the league with Caicedo or without Caicedo.
What are we talking about? Gravenberch played at that level.
They walked the season, the Premier League season last year.
And with fucking Caicedo, it would have been even sicker.
Yeah.
Gravenberch played not good football this year. Great football.
No, he did. He was amazing.
But he was amazing. Like I'm not even. Y'all don't even like Liverpool. He was fucking amazing.
After the 100 million, I'm not paying 100 million for Gravenberch. If it was going,
I'm not paying 100 million for him neither.
I'm saying if he was on sale in this summer after the season, I'm not paying 100 million.
He did it one little season. I don't see it like that. They had a combination of shit.
Well.
And he played great. And he
But we
played
signed
great.
Caicedo after one season as well.
Yeah, but
If
the season
Liverpool is
before
paying
that,
Gravenberch
the
right
season
now,
before that,
it won't
Caicedo
be
was good.
100 mil,
And then
but it might
the
be
season
like
after
80.
that, he was great.
That's the
The
difference.
season before this,
Nah, the
Gravenberch,
season before
not so
that,
much.
Caicedo was in Ecuador.
Gravenberch did nothing at Bayern Munich.
Not so much.
He should have been given a chance, but he
Yeah,
wasn't.
Caicedo progressed just like you thought of a young phenom would. That's what Caicedo did. Gravenberch, he kind of popped on the scene.
Listen,
Yeah,
my
I'm
point
not,
is
he's
He's
not
selling
that 100 million.
Gravenberch right now. He
I'm
might
talking
not cost
about
100,
it.
but you'd be looking at 80, 85.
Even if you talk like even like
his
someone
value
like,
still gonna be
the
up.
way I see it is someone like Mendes, right? Mendes to me is the best left back in the world, right? Let's say Caicedo, Cucurella got injured, really bad injury. We don't know what's going on, and they say, "Yo, you can sign Mendes for 100 mil." I'm good.
No, but who would
I'm
do that?
good. I just don't think you should ever spend that on a left back.
But who the fuck would
Go
do
get
that?
me-
I'm not spending $100
Go
million
get me one
on
of these other
Mendes.
guys. You know what I'm saying? So like, even if you're the best in your position, I'm just telling you my principle. My principle is for certain positions, I'm not paying that.
Yeah, well, it depends on who it is.
Would Liverpool take Nuno Mendes?
Yeah, unless you're Conte,
That's
but
a different
not
question
Conte.
because they're two.
You ain't got to be Conte because I know if you
you got to. Conte is that's an all timer.
If you drop Caicedo in any of these midfields that any of these teams got a DM in, he can do pretty much everything they could do.
Yeah.
And some of them at a better even level
Bro,
because his tackling is.
But I'll say this: if you give me a 38 game prime Conte in this team right now,
I mean, we still wouldn't be as far.
I might even say I'm challenging.
We can't finish.
Say that.
Yeah, but I'm not comparing them to Conte. So that was never the
But
case.
even
I'm
prime
saying
Conte,
that's the only guy. That's the only guy I'll pay 100 mil for, and that's with hindsight. That's with me knowing what he's done prior. You are right.
But I hear what you're saying, but
if it was Ben, I would have probably said no. I'm not paying 100 mil. But with hindsight,
it's the
what
market.
Conte is able to do, yeah, I'll pay.
I think y'all looking at the number of it's 100 mil. That's the number.
Bro, Nuno Mendes in this market right now is going for 80, 85. Simple.
Yo, Steve,
He's seen that, man. That was a really good chance.
Steve, you got your volume on. You got your volume on.
Nah, that wasn't me.
No, I think it's me.
Okay, I think that's good.
So would you pay that 80 million for him? 90 million?
Didn't think it would catch it. Sorry for that.
Oh,
I wouldn't because I know I can find
Nuno Mendes.
I pay what?
No, it was whoever said Nuno Mendes would go for 80, 90. I was like, but would you pay that for?
Okay, so wait,
not,
what
right?
if they didn't? Hold on. What if Liverpool? Do you rate Robertson or Tsimikas for Liverpool?
Fuck.
Do you think they need a major upgrade in that position?
I think they need an upgrade for sure.
Like, bro, look at the difference.
So if Liverpool sign Nuno Mendes, it makes their team a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, but I know.
No, that don't make
But if they sign,
Liverpool don't need him. Oh, where we going?
if they sign Kirkus, it'll be just as effective than spending 90 million.
Yeah, and that's why I said they don't. Yeah, that Liverpool don't need him, so that don't make sense.
Because even as great as Nuno Mendes is, you don't need to spend that. Like, use that money elsewhere, bro. You don't need
They
to
spent
spend
big
that
on they spent big on Verts, which is
Yeah, they broke the transfer
Do you know what
record.
they're expecting
transfer
from
record, yeah.
Do you know what they're expecting from Verts?
Hell yeah, we know what they expected for 160.
So don't compare it because they're not expecting just good play and 1-2s in the midfield. Nah, GA.
Yeah,
We're expecting
be
15 and 10.
Be a phenomenal
actual playmaker for
be
them,
one of the best players in the world.
Yeah,
He'll play solid in a couple years.
13 and 10.
Yeah,
So he
but
better
Daniel,
produce.
Daniel,
what they
Liverpool
expected.
said they wanted this guy. Leverkusen said, well, this is our value for him. You want him or not?
Yeah.
You got to pay for it. So even if he's not going to give you 20 goals and 10 assists, you say you want to buy Verts. They're like, bro,
But that's their expectation for Verts. They're not buying Verts, not expecting him because that's what he produces now. It's, 10 and 10, 13 and 10, 12 and 10, whatever it is that he's been doing every fucking season. They're expecting that level of production because they know Salah can't play forever.
Yeah.
I got like 2 good seasons left in him.
Just about.
Like 2.
Jackson's not for sale at the moment, but he's attracted interest from 3 Premier League clubs as well as teams in Europe and Saudi. That's a new one. Italian interested sides may not be able to afford wages, which isn't like 100k or something, and the transfer fee Chelsea would ask for, which would lead to a potential sale. Does that go in? No, wide. How much? What offer would you accept? Would you think is reasonable for Jackson?
45.
Anyway, 40 thereabouts.
Around Noni as well.
Nah, y'all bugging.
50,
Which 40?
55.
40? Are y'all tripping? 40? Nah, you got to give me
50,
50.
55 for Jackson, bro.
Yeah.
I guess I
age
just want him out. I guess I just want him out the door, Jimmy. To
Y'all
be fair,
talking about age and all that. Y'all forgot his contract? Fuck y'all talking about, man. That
That's
contract.
I think
yeah.
he'll go on loan. Unless the Saudi club buys him. I can see that.
Nah, I ain't no loan. What the fuck you talking about loan? I'm not loaning Jackson.
No,
Jackson
Jimmy.
for?
Jimmy, that's what I think could happen.
No, he's not going on a loan, bro.
he's
Jackson
not
ain't
going
going
on
on no fucking loan.
No, he's not. He's definitely not. Yeah.
Jackson ain't going on no fucking loan. What are you
don't
going
think
on
so?
loan for?
They
Jackson's
have
not
no
going on no
reason.
loan.
They have no reason to loan him.
Yeah, for what? Like, no. You got two reasons to loan the player: to go get them more minutes or to get them off your fucking squad. That's it. That's the only two reasons you loan the player.
To raise their value, which we're not going to do because based on what Fabrizio said,
Yeah, it's like that's what I'm talking about. Get them more minutes or to get them off the squad.
like
That's
if what Fabrizio said is true and Omega's coming in next summer, it makes no sense to sell unless you're going to go and get a replacement this summer. It makes no sense to sell Jackson, even if we want him out. Because Omega's going to theoretically be his replacement in the squad, even though I think he'll probably be sold instantly. But
Rudy Giletti, Chelsea have not given up on Mignon. After early June attempts, Chelsea, which have an agreement on personal terms, will try again post-Club World Cup. AC Milan remain adamant, no discounts on the price tag. The saga is set for a fresh chapter.
Don't worry. Let's see.
I hope that's true,
Let's see who big and bad, nigga, when this window get closer. That broke-ass club. Fuck out of here. If you believe that, then I got a fucking bridge to sell you. Fuck a broke
Maldini, I'm with you. I'd rather
they
they
got
just
like
start
3
now,
players
but-
contract about to go down to no time, the 1 year left. You think they're gonna these broke ass fucking Italian clubs? You think they're gonna let contracts run out? Fuck out.
Though I did see some AC Milan fans talking about an unwritten rule their owners have, where if players go down to a year, it's either re-sign or sell, similar to us with the 2 years. So if that's true.
They're also hella incompetent though, so don't expect them to. They might be. They're the kind that would let him sit out a year. They do that with Hernandez as well.
I mean, Çalhanoğlu left from AC to Inter, yes, on a free.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah,
that was
I don't know if those owners were in place.
Oh, yeah, different owners, I suppose.
But yeah, Milan have horrible directors. Way worse than anything we could have.
Like I said before, if you can get the deal for whatever price, cool. But you have to get the deal done.
Oh, they got a new one. New director.
You got to get the deal done. You're not going to season with Sanchez as your keeper.
Iguetara is the new director. He was at Lazio for at least a decade or so.
Rahman Osman says no one's been in contact with Jackson's camp.
Nobody ain't. They wait like all those reports. The minute he get a red card in the fan base, mad, 19 reports come out with 19 different clubs linked to Jackson. I'm like, this. I've been wanting to say, Lewis, if you read any one of those, you fell for the fucking banana in your tailpipe. Pause. Ain't no fucking way. No way. The day after he get a red card, all of a sudden, 19 teams was in for Jackson. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know. I already believed off stuff we heard weeks in advance.
Yeah,
we've heard that clubs are looking at him for a while now. Forget even the last few days.
But literally today, 20 reports, 20 clubs in for Jackson.
Now's the right time to drop those reports.
Perfect time to drop them. Click it up, baby. Clickety click.
But I do think some clubs are eyeing him. Whether he's unhappy or not, I don't know.
Interested in him. Get the fuck out. That's that same garbage. I don't think so. Me personally, I don't think so. I don't think teams are eyeing Jackson. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. Emery, I could understand that one. Everybody else, bullshit. I don't believe it. What the fuck y'all think they seen from Jackson to say, oh yeah, we gotta keep an eye on him?
I don't get Atletico.
That's y'all really think these clubs is really about to spend $50 million on him? And that's what Chelsea's gonna want, or else they're gonna keep him. Get the fuck out of here, man. Ain't nobody eyeing him. Damn,
why would Atletico Madrid want him? Atletico Madrid
I'll be real. I'll be real.
Atletico Madrid makes sense. They just sold a striker, but like they ain't paying what we would want for him.
Yeah,
come on. That's my point. You got to put all of that into it. The price and all. They're eyeing him. Yeah, they can eye him. Eye him all you want. They ain't about to pay no money for that kind of money for him.
Yeah,
and that's what he's gonna cost. Because let's be real, that's what he's worth. in this market. That's a
Yeah.
$50 million striker. Ain't none of them teams they named gonna pay for that.
Absolutely not.
None.
Bro. Absolutely not.
Only team that would pay for that is probably
Jackson for
fucking
Alvarez,
Villa.
imagine. You
Only
need a
Villa.
crazy assist from Enzo for that.
That's
need
the
some
only
serious
team out of
work.
all them teams listed that I can see going, all right, yeah, we'll pay the $50 million for Jackson. It's Villa. That's it. That's it. Rest of them teams, hell no. Especially them Italian clubs.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yo, Jimmy,
When the
don't
last
forget
time an
Arsenal.
Italian
Don't
club
forget
spent
Arsenal.
$50 million on a
Maybe if
striker?
it's Saudi, I hope it's Al Nassr. We can do Duran for Jackson.
Durant ain't going
Who won
nowhere.
that?
Durant getting $20 million a year in Saudi. Tax
I
free.
heard there was some sources saying that he's unhappy there. He might get a loan move.
Yeah, they always say that about every fucking player that go there. It's
I find it
an
hard for
easy
you to
story
be
to
annoyed
write.
on that sort of bag, though.
Yeah, they do that. You don't notice every player they go there, they tell you how miserable they are. Come on, man. Yo, Kareem Benzema's gonna leave.
Especially the players that aren't from like.
Oh, yeah, that Benzema one was a whole
all
load
that
of
shit. Look,
nonsense, mate.
it was a bunch of names. Don't get me wrong. Some players did come back, but that's natural. But the ones that they named was all the big names. The minute they got there, he's unhappy. He's unhappy. He's unhappy. All of them names that they named.
Started with
still fucking
Firmino.
there.
It started with Firmino.
Yeah, because
I
they
remember
want that
that
money
actually
back. They
came
want
through.
that money. You gotta stay there for at least 2 years to get the money tax free. Ain't who the fuck gonna do that? I'm gonna leave and chop into all my, give it all the money back. I already put a year in. Now I'm gonna give all the money back that I just earned. You crazy as hell. You have some that go on loan and some get sold. And the ones that get sold, they don't lose money if the team sells them. Like if it's the team up for it. It's a whole different ball game when it's going the other way than when you want out.
Shit. All right, let me go for a few of these super chats quickly. Big up Brendan, my guy. Big up with the donation. He says, what's with the obsession of playing players in multiple positions? Better to have a player master one than be mid in multiple and could rotate players
Top
also.
fucking managers do it. All of them. Literally everyone. Except
Swiss Army knives.
I don't know if Slot does it as much. But outside of Slot, I seen them all do
Slot
it.
tried
Make you
Diaz
scratch your
false
head.
9, Diaz left wing, Soboslai.
Oh yeah. See, they all do it, and it's fucking annoying. It's fucking annoying. I don't know. Does Eddie Howe do it?
Midfield. He didn't try Trent in midfield, but like I'm trying to think of anything else that he really.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Kwanzaa played right back for Newcastle away.
That's
But what
the
about
thing.
does Eddie Howe do it at all? Does Eddie Howe be
No,
playing
but
that position?
For me, Brendan, it's the stubbornness that pisses me
I'll
off.
be real. What we're naming here, we're naming like Diaz playing up front. That's because they had no one else. Like Nunez is fit, and they didn't have a crosser.
injured.
Like this thing of like Kwanzaa playing right back. Like he at least is still a defender. We're talking like this.
Nah, that's still the same shit. That's still the same shit. I can't.
What, they're playing
I'm not gonna okay his in that. He's not a right back. He's a center back. Him playing right back is the same shit. I'm tired of that shit.
Scott, the reason
That's
why
just like when I hear the reports and they be like, well, Chelsea feel, Chalobah could be right back cover. No, he can't. No, he can't. No, he can't. No, he can't. I don't ever want to see Chalobah right back. Ever.
Scott, the reason why it's the same is because this fan base was complaining when we had no other midfielders. So we had to play.
But then it made sense. But
hold on, I'm not done. But the only reason why this fan base bitch and complain is because they don't like Maresca. But when it was Tuchel playing Pulisic and Ruben and Ziyech at wing back, we all praised it because everyone loves Tuchel.
And
people are willing to be rational and understanding that we don't have any wing back cover. That's why we have to play wingers at wing back or a midfielder at wing back. But people don't realize we had no midfield cover, so we had to play Reece in there at times or Correa in there at times. Like this fan base just has no rationale, only emotion.
Well, speaking of emotion, I just saw this quote from Frank
I'll tell you that shit.
Chelsea finished fourth because the league wasn't good last season. If you want too much, you expect too much. You're a fool. All this guy has done is just cry and moan.
Who cares about Frank
negative
Fuck
as
him.
possible.
He can go suck a fucking croissant.
Oh, we should have kept Pot. The club's falling apart in March.
Nobody cares about Frank.
Tell French Frank to shut up, man.
Yeah, nobody cares about nothing he say. Shut up. Because he was another cock smoker the whole time. Oh, Maresca won't get Europe. He won't get top four. He won't get top four. He won't get. Then when they got it, it's like, oh, he only got it because, man, go eat a croissant and shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. You don't get to be.
Yeah, man. Look, big up for your work in the 90s. Shut up, leave now.
Sometimes some niggas need to just shut up because you
Lewis,
can't.
we
be
don't
right.
care. We don't care what
say
he did in the
somebody
90s,
not
bro.
gonna do something, then they do it, and you still try to act like you right. Shut the fuck up. Just know when to shut up. Shut up, man.
Stop playing back from the back, guys. Stop playing back from the. Stop playing from the back, guys.
Yes, I'll be real. No one cares what he did in the 90s, bro.
Big him up for the 90s, but
No one cares. Listen, we weren't allowed to.
Fuck Frank LaBouffe, man.
We don't care, man.
I don't give a fuck about no player that leave the club and then all they do is shit on the club. I don't care about that. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yep.
Well, Jimmy,
don't have
you just
enough to
said,
actually
fuck
back
you.
us.
I don't give a fuck. It's nothing wrong with good critique, but everything you got, it's nothing wrong with critique. But if only thing you ever do is say negative shit, fuck you. Fuck.
He's just not happy, man. He's just not a happy fan. LaBouffe is actually a Chelsea fan, though. That's what I would say.
Man, fuck LaBouffe.
He's a Chelsea fan. Whether you like it or not, he's a Chelsea fan.
Fuck LaBouffe.
I respect him for what he did at the club.
I've heard him for enough years to know he's for sure a Chelsea fan.
Fuck LaBouffe. He's French.
The Bumba Club.
That's what he is. Fuck LaBouffe.
Oh, what a ball out from Ronan Williams. McQueen
up on one of the goals, Prime. But yeah, he is.
McQueen pushed off the ball. No, it happened like 20 seconds ago. Goal kick from Ronan Williams to McQueen.
How the fuck?
But that free kick from McQueen as well.
Have you
that
guys?
free kick from McQueen was class.
Yeah. Have you guys been enjoying the
Couture won a punch. Are you gonna tell me Couture's not proper Chelsea?
What?
Who?
Couture.
Sold Chelsea out for fucking gal.
No. Fato won a punch 100%.
Yeah, that was over a piece of pussy.
Nah. That's because you guys don't listen to him in the spaces with
No. I'll say this about Fato.
This nigga won a punch, bro.
Fato actually is proper Chelsea. He actually is proper Chelsea.
You can be proper Chelsea.
I ain't proper Chelsea, and I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, and you still don't like
Daniel,
the club more than me. I'm not proper Chelsea. I just like Chelsea. Because everybody that y'all say is proper Chelsea is weirdos, and I'm not them.
Exactly,
so
but
right,
that's why
proper
Thatcher's
Chelsea.
proper.
And shout out CB.
But Daniel, what did you say about Thatcher?
I'm in
who?
You said something about Thatcher.
Shit, yo, give me a shout, man. Actually, no, I'm gonna be in the Goose in an hour or so.
No, I said he's proper Chelsea, but he won a punch.
Yeah, we know why.
That's not proper.
Yeah, even
Chelsea.
Hazard was potching.
Yeah.
Disappointed me, man.
Yeah,
Big up Brendan for the donation, though. Big up, my guy. God bless.
Does anyone here need directions to the Mafia in Lower?
Oh, he started again, man.
What did he say?
Who really needs directions to the Mafia in Lower? I know some of you do.
Give us directions. Come on, tell us.
I was there 2 weeks ago. I'm all good.
Yo, why don't you just say nigga and get it over with, man?
No, hold on, Jimmy, slow down. Give us directions, though. Show us. What's the way?
Have you ever realised Prime looks like he?
No, don't start.
Yo, nobody don't care, bro. Like
you look like you like Jimmy.
No,
this isn't
tell us about the Matthew Harden.
Lewis. I know it's your stream, but shut up. Matthew, continue with what you said. Matthew.
All right, go on.
What you said? I look like
Captain
Jimmy.
Mallet Pig.
You said I look like Jimmy, but I'm not Jimmy.
You look like a Captain Mallet Pig. You look like you ate Jimmy.
Okay.
But Lewis, give me a message.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the Goose in an hour or so. If you're still about, shout me.
You know what that really means? I hope I don't fucking run into you. I'm gonna translate that shit in black because I know you don't speak it. What Lewis really saying is, I hope I don't see this nigga. There's no game today. I have nothing in common with you. I only around you when there's a game. There's no game today. Please, God, don't let me run into this. I said I was going to the Goose, but I'm really gonna go to the Gander because I don't want to be around.
You ain't going nowhere, Jimmy. You're in America. Chelsea's in America. How many games you been to? None, because you're a plastic, mate.
But he just went to a game.
Yo, people, come on, man. The faster we can get him off, the better. I don't feel like
Jimmy plastic as hell, you know.
Right, big up Alios. Big up my guy Alios. He said Maresta said it was.
Yo, so we can move on. You anything else?
Lewis thinks like he can get back to his stream. Does he not know?
I was just trying to read the super chats.
We don't care about the super chat, bro. Let Matthew ruin the stream, bro. Let him ruin it.
Fine.
You fucking fat melt. You're boring.
Thank you. And you look like a disease. What now? What we doing now?
Look at your earphones on. You look like fucking.
And you still look like a
You
disease.
look like,
what we doing
one
now,
of the
bro?
fucking pirates from Pirates of the Caribbean.
What
You
we
fucking
doing now, bro?
ogre.
Oh, bro, you look like swine flu.
You fucking ogre. Behave yourself, will you?
I'd rather be Shrek than be swine flu. What we doing?
You ain't even Shrek, because Shrek's got a bird, and you ain't got no bird, mate.
Yeah, but Shrek is still better than you.
You're more like Donkey.
I really
Boy,
feel
Donkey.
like I go to my
Donkey,
daughter's lunch. Daniel, I go to lunch with my daughter every day at school, and I hear like 7-year-olds like roast each other. They be like, "Your mother's so fat, she's fat." Ooh,
Hey, Jimmy, don't disrespect 7-year-olds.
Don't say anything crazy yet. Okay, cool.
Don't disrespect
Jimmy, you little
7-year-olds.
bald head. Jimmy, you look like a dildo, you bald head.
I know. Yo, Matt, you the only person that I wish came to America and came to the game.
Jimmy, you didn't do nothing, mate.
I swear to God on my mother, you the only fucking person that I wish came to America.
To be fair,
Matt, listen to me well. I promise you, you would have got. We would have beat the shit out of you yesterday.
To be fair, Jimmy,
I promise you, I'd have pistol whipped you.
Nah, don't do that, Jimmy. Matthew would have fit in.
I'm doing that. I promise you, I'd have pistol whipped you yesterday. If somebody would have been like, "No, Matt Dev over there," I promise you, I'd have went. I would have fucking
nothing, Jimmy. You're 5'1", mate.
I am 5'1", and I would have pistol whipped you yesterday. I promise you.
We know what America stands for.
I promise you, if somebody would have been like, "Yo, Matt Dev is here," I would have circled right back to the whip. Like, I'd be right back.
You wouldn't do nothing, Jimmy. You're small and bald.
Yo, man, won't you go slit your wrist, my nigga? How about that?
No, please don't.
How about that? Go take some of them white boy drugs, die and move on, bro.
Jimmy,
like,
you don't even need to shave it.
You already got the tattoo.
Video game,
in a video game. Got the tattoos.
Shut up, Lewis. The panel does condone.
The channel doesn't condone it.
Yes, we do.
Got tattoos. You got tattoos. Just do the rest of the shit. Finish off with it. You don't have any kids. You don't listen. You got tattoos. You don't have any kids.
He does have
your
kids.
Your life is surrounded around chasing grown men.
He does have kids.
Just do the rest. Go OD.
An eagle's got more hair than you.
Yo, do us a favor and overdose.
More hair than you.
You are more valuable to this channel dead than alive. Because Lewis would get mad super chats if you die. Mad super chats.
You little yank.
Lewis would get mad super chats if you die, bro.
In a video game.
No, I'm telling you, bro.
Hey,
do Lewis a favor, yo. Go OD.
In a bit, you bunch of nonsense. In a bit, nonsense.
Yo, I'll see you at the Goose Smack.
Yeah, that one touched your soul. That one touched your soul. You know how many times you thought about offing yourself?
Hi, Alex.
Fucking loser. Go suck your mother. Big pussy, all you. I wish he would come to a game in Philadelphia. That is one nigga I would go look for. I promise you. And it'll be some furniture moving. Because I will clot that nigga over his head with
I'll video it. I
swear to God on my mother. I don't like that nigga.
Matt.
Yeah,
Matt was
Matt.
here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you just missed him. Literally a couple seconds ago.
Oh.
I can't wait till I come to England and come to a game. I promise you, I want him to come to me with that bullshit.
Does he has new AUs?
I promise you, I want him to come and get.
He's not saying tattoos. He's saying AUs. Does he have new
I got new.
I don't think there's any more space. I don't think there's any more space on his body.
Fucking homoerotic ass weirdo. I told him he got mad because I told him he homoerotic.
The guy
Alex, I know you're not dealing. I know I'm not the one that used to get uncomfortable when he came on camera. No shirt, laying down. Like, yo, look at me right here. Like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Describing how was his pregnant when he was getting his
Yeah, like, we don't want to hear that shit, bro. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Get your weirdo ass out of here, yo. Homoerotic, bro. I don't like that shit, man.
He doesn't know the Pride Month is over.
Yo, that nigga never come here and talk about football, bro. Never. I don't know if y'all realize that. That's why I don't like him anymore.
Because he doesn't know anything about the.
Oh, look, his boyfriend is here.
Wait, think about it. When's the last time he joined the conversation to actually talk football? Now we all pop shit. We all talk about. When the last time he actually came here and talked about football?
Never.
He come here to talk about Prime. That shit getting corny. Because I know in real life, Prime would probably slap the shit out of Matt. Slap the shit out of him. I'm sure of it.
The only time Matthew wanted to talk about football is when Enzo was racist on Instagram.
That's it. That's the only time you heard him got passionate about talking about football, defending the racist shit. Does he ever talk about football? No. He come and tell you don't know how to get to the bathroom when we sniff the coke off the toilet. Do you?
Lewis, do your job and bring up Surfer's comment, please. There's funny comments in the chat. You're ignoring the funny comments.
Matt wants to get black. For real, it's like he got obsession with black men, yo.
Now,
out of here, bro.
Ask GPT what's the prime reason for AUs. Why people doing tattoos? What's the tattoos prime reason people doing it? AUs.
He's a weirdo, bro. He never comes to talk football. And what pissed me off right now is he was actually talking about football and having decent conversation.
Jimmy, do you know what's funny? Do you know why AUs is funny? In Russian, AU, it's when the person lost in the woods. This is how he calls for help. AU.
He lost.
Oh, does that mean help?
Yes. No, it doesn't mean help. It's literally the specific scenario. What you do is only in the woods. You can't do it in like in the city settings, asking for help.
If you're in the wilderness,
I'm
lost. Come fucking help me.
Basically, Lewis, it means Matthew's a retard.
No, he's regarded.
Okay, regarded. My bad.
Yeah.
I said regarded.
Remember, the algorithm can detect what people are saying.
I'll be real, Lewis. When you bring him on the stream, we don't care. At that point, you bring him on. The algorithm.
Go ahead, called him Matt Soonish. Yep.
You know what? Yeah, you're wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, keep bringing him here, because I'm gonna just keep reminding him the time that he wanted to end his life. I'm gonna keep reminding. Why do you think he ran? Because I reminded him. He like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be triggered. I gotta go.
And when Matthew ends up in the box, celebration stream, people.
In a box. Matthew's in a box.
What celebration stream? What
you mean? The super chat, the one that's gonna get you on the super chats, nigga. Fuck you talk about?
You have a tribute stream, bro.
Yeah, whatever. Just do it. Matt, hold on, wait. Matt, I know you're listening. Just do your job, Matt. Do your shit. Do your half of the job. Yeah, do your half.
Hey, look, we can have a celebration stream. I can bring up all the clips I have of Matthew being, ignorantly racist on stream.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Racist without. I didn't know I was being. I didn't know. I didn't nigger. I can't say nigger with the ER. I didn't know.
You guys remember when Matthew called Nkunku a monkey on stream?
No. Remember when we made.
You know what happened. I have the clip. Don't do this.
Prime.
Oh, fucking hell, bro.
Prime. Remember when
your stream, bro?
I think I remember all the shit that happens on here.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, sorry.
Prime, remember?
We've had 5 years of class ref.
Fuck, hey, shut the fuck up, Lewis.
Fuck you.
Bro,
I'm trying to.
You know what?
Yeah, I know. Why you wearing brown your stream?
Why am I wearing what? Oh,
hey.
Oh, yeah, what were you saying?
I was saying, I forgot what I was saying.
You saying something? You were saying something to me.
Oh, no. I was trying to get through it. I was saying, remember the best streams ever when we allowed to remove stream for 20 and brought the people back for 20? That was the best.
So basically, you are kicking my ass out every time.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the best time of best times. Like, yeah, when I didn't actually. I remember I met Lewis so much though. Don't tell Jimmy he's on mute. Don't tell. Let him yep.
Jimmy, you're on mute.
Shut the fuck up.
Jimmy's on the phone. Jimmy's on the phone.
Fine. Oh, that's what you wanted.
I was like, let him talk. Let him talk to himself.
Hey, we just
Alex Kelly.
We just need.
Yeah, I peed on you, monster. You're right. I pee on you.
We just need Fabrizio to drop the there we go for Matthew being in a box, man. That's all we need.
No, brother.
If I'm Alex,
big up
Steele, you-
Alios, man. I tried to get through your super chat 10 minutes ago, all went left. But big up, man. He said Maresca said he was trying something new for next season, so his long-term plan is Reece in midfield. Fuck my life. Ain't no way that's his long-term plan.
Look,
Not with the midfield options that we already have in the squad. Ain't no way. I think he
Let's
just made a
bring-
fuck up.
let's
He
What
fucked
makes
up.
what makes you not think there's something he was trying was Palmer on the wing?
bring
Maybe, or maybe
tried
just
multiple-
overlapping as
he
well.
tried
We
multiple-
tried that a few times last
He tried
season.
multiple things and none of them worked.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, I know, but that's my point. People assume it's just a Reece midfield thing. Like,
No, but nothing.
It's
He
the
tried
one thing
worked.
that annoyed people the
yeah, I
most.
know it didn't. Yeah, I know it didn't. But like, you know,
Anyway, did you already talk about football? About the game yesterday?
we
Yeah,
were
Yeah,
still
we
talking about
talked a bit. We haven't got
we
your
were-
side.
Did anybody?
we
Did
were
anybody?
still
Did anybody blame Maresca? I'm assuming Jimmy
Yes.
didn't, but
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, he
Yes.
takes a lot. He takes a large portion of blame, not all the blame, but a large portion for me.
Yeah. Of
Yep.
course, Jackson red card is not on Maresca, but
Of
No,
course not. No.
No.
well, hey, at least he apologized this time.
cool.
By the way, what I was trying to figure out is the striker situation, and people saying like when I joined a little
Hey,
bit
Russian
on-
guy. Russian
Yeah.
guy. Why
thank
you
you.
assume I didn't say nothing about Maresca? And then literally that's the first thing I said.
because you juggle his balls, look, juggle.
Oh, because I don't agree with you. That's what that means? Yo, why people are so weird that when somebody don't agree with them, that means they think they agree with everything else somebody say. That's the farthest from the truth. The first thing I said was what? Reece James playing midfield is the dumbest thing. I'm tired of it. That's literally
And
the
it
first thing I
didn't work
said.
the entire
Yeah,
game.
Yeah,
Well, it didn't work.
because y'all
He-
think because
first of
I
all,
don't
first of
agree
all,
with what y'all
first of
say,
all-
that means I'm all agree with the manager. No, I just don't
Did you
agree
just
with
met?
you.
Did you just met me?
People say things
Did you
about the
just met
manager
me?
that I agree with. I just
Did
don't
you
agree
just
with
met me?
y'all.
Yo, Jimmy's vein. Did you just met me?
That's what I do.
Did you just met me, Jimmy Vane? Because literally, the reason why I brought your name is just on purpose. Just on purpose. I know you don't. I know you're not Maresca. That's the reason I brought your name. That's it. Exactly.
Alex, in Jimmy's defense, Jimmy is still, trigger.
He's
happy
trying to fart.
because of-
He's trying to fart.
Jimmy's still trigger happy because of what happened with Matthew coming on the stream. So Jimmy's just ready to fire.
Okay.
If you
By the way,
if you had said that
Big
joke
up,
before
Alios.
if you had said that joke before Matthew came on stream, Jimmy wouldn't have reacted that way. So in Jimmy's
okay.
No, I would have.
Ooze pissed off Jimmy. Ooze
Fuck
pissed off
Alex.
Jimmy. Ooze pissed Jimmy off.
No, he didn't piss me off.
Hey, no,
that dude
no,
can't piss
Lewis,
me off. Yo,
hold on.
one thing, stupid people can't piss me off. They can't.
Anyway, what I was
No,
trying to say about the game and the
Lewis,
striker
I'm real.
situation.
I-
Hold on,
I-
Frank.
The only
Frank,
reason
Frank,
I
Frank.
got even like that with Matt, because Matt started talking that shit like
I
he could
swear,
beat me up.
I'm-
Like
I
that.
unplugged
That's
my
when
microphone.
far,
I
like,
plugged my expensive
Yeah, right.
microphone, but I'm thinking I need to plug it back in because this is
Lewis,
just
on the
mad.
real, how are
When
you
I'm
even
talking,
friends with
nobody
someone
can
like
hear me.
I can hear you.
What?
Oh,
are you
y'all
friends
just
with
ignore
someone
me.
like
What
that,
the
Lewis?
fuck?
Because I know I'm away from streams. I met him before streams.
What you said, Maresca is shit.
That
3
doesn't
losses in
answer my-
15
that
games.
doesn't
What a
answer my
terrible
question.
manager.
Well,
Anyone on a
Yeah,
If
wrong
we only
one.
had a
Here's
better
the
manager,
question.
we'll have no losses in the last 15 games.
my question is with that specific scenario with with him putting James in the midfield.
Yeah, that was
Why?
terrible.
Not that. That's not the only thing. He actually put Gusto in the same game. That's the freaking funny part. He literally played Gusto there. He usually when he put James shift to the midfield, he starts on the right side, but he shifts in the midfield.
Inverts.
He permanently put James there.
Yeah, that was the first thing I came in and said. That was the
But
worst.
that's
like,
what I'm saying, Jimmy.
play,
Like
play a
if,
fucking
if,
midfielder in midfield, bro. Like I'm
but
tired
that's
of
not
this.
the only thing. No. People, I'm gonna break down why people say Cole Palmer hadn't had a good game, and people saying like, we want Cole Palmer to play on the right? Everybody wanted to Cole Palmer to try to play on the right. He did it, but he literally cut his leg off by putting Gusto to combine with him.
Oh, wait. Who the fuck was combining with him when he was cooking?
What do you mean?
Reece James was not there when Cole Palmer was cooking on the right wing.
It was Madueke on the wing. Oh, when he was there?
What? How could
What's his
Madueke
name?
and Cole Palmer be on the right wing?
Do what?
The times when y'all said y'all want Cole Palmer to be on the right wing, and y'all said play him on the right wing, play him on the right wing. Who was playing right back?
Gusto. But the Gusto wasn't Gusto
playing right.
No. But he wasn't shifting into the midfield and into the inside.
What?
Pochettino did not let Gusto shift inside.
Inside of what? What are you talking about?
Midfield.
What, inside the midfield.
Gusto did not invert yesterday. Not one time.
You guys had there was no opportunity.
No. Yeah, I watched the game. I'm saying that not because he couldn't, because he literally battered a midfield. So he couldn't.
What are you talking about? We played a traditional back four.
Calm down.
We had no inverter. Nobody. Gusto didn't invert.
Did you see anybody overlapping? What's his name?
Yes, he was. He was getting up the field. He was underlapping too. Look when he got his shot. How do you think he got that shot?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't want him.
Cole Palmer went wide. Where is he supposed to go? He can't go wider than the man on the touchline. Y'all literally asked for Cole Palmer on the right with Gusto on the right with the right back. You got that, and then now you're saying you don't want that. That's what you got yesterday.
That's exactly my point. If going to be a play where he plays on the right, and now everybody gonna say, look, he did put him on the right, and he played like shit. That's not the reason why. Somebody to pass it to him is not there.
You're saying because Gusto was behind Palmer, that's why Palmer was less effective. Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about, man? He played on the right, bro. Y'all are really trying to break it down and not make it what it is. Like, or to blame the man. He literally played it the way y'all wanted him to play.
No.
He literally played it. Palmer was on the fucking right. Yeah. Palmer was on the right. If Gusto overlapped, that's between them two. If Palmer goes wide, Gusto goes inside. If Palmer goes inside, Gusto goes wide and overlap. That's between the two players.
Oh, go on.
They literally did that in front of my face.
Oh, Melody.
3-4. What a goal.
Anyway, another thing that I didn't see it, literally physicality in the midfield. Brazilians can physically bounce the players.
Yeah.
They can actually. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe that skinny guy that comes to Chelsea, he has not that many problems.
We've been saying that. That's what and you be like, well, I don't watch the league, and we be like, well, we do. Oh, no, you don't. But that's what that's the shit y'all downplay. When Steve be like, yo, the player can handle it because I watch the physicality, y'all be like, oh, you don't watch. I don't care what Steve said. That's what I be talking about. That's why I be like, yo, y'all need to watch other football. If you don't watch it, don't dismiss the people who watch it and trying to tell you, yo, he can handle it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Sheikh. I'm saying that there's the way that you can play, there's the way that somebody brings better out of you when you play in a partnership. I think exactly. James is better on the right, and he knows when. James passes are better.
Yeah.
James, how you say, he will choose the passes over running with the ball, which Gusto will run. Gusto will run with the ball more than James. James will prefer to pass it quicker over running with the ball. That's a fact. Which is offensive players actually like better when you pass it to them early, not late. What's his name? Caicedo. It's one of those games. Caicedo had one of those games.
Yeah, he had off games.
It's one of those games. Like when his head's lost it sometimes. Like he literally and I was thinking substitute him because I'm afraid he might gonna get red. You know what I'm saying? Like
by the way, I want to touch on this super chat, and I've seen a comment that Steve addressed in the thing. This idea that they were fresher than us. You know, they've played like 37 games since the start of the year. They played over 70 games since last year.
They're involved in so many.
No. They
I never knew
games
that.
into the
season started like that.
I'm about to say they are fresher than us.
games in the season.
They literally are fresher than us.
No, they're not.
They're
They play
fresher than us,
37 games to
bro.
start.
When does the season started for
The
Flamengo?
season,
Can
they like
somebody
in
Google it?
January.
form.
It started in January.
Yeah, they admit
And
they are
that
fresher
much
than us.
games in that much time.
You're talking about a team at the
But
back
Oh, they
end
just
of the
came back from
season
the break, so they
compared
had
to a
the
team in
break.
the middle of a
They had
season.
a
They're in better.
two-week
They're in
break.
better.
Lewin,
They're in better
Lewin,
form. They're in
second
better shape.
EMs.
Yeah, they're gonna be
They
in better shape.
had a 2-week
So
break.
they just came back from
Yeah,
Yeah,
from
they're
break.
gonna be.
Games so
Yeah,
far.
they've been together. They're gonna have. Yeah, they every. Yeah, it's gonna be more cohesion with
Yeah,
them.
they
Oh,
played
safe,
78
dude.
games since last year, bro.
Another thing that people forget. That Brazilian club, for them to get out of a group, they get 100 mil. Do you know? It's no different. What's the difference
Not
between
100
Chelsea?
million to get out of
Not
group.
that much. They
Not
get a
that
lot
much.
of money.
But I understand
So
what
how come
you're going with
Chelsea?
it. That
So
that
what are
money.
you saying? Hold on a second, Jimmy. So Chelsea gets 100 if you get out of a group, right?
No, man.
No.
No. Nowhere
You get
near that. We get what
120
what you're
if you
saying.
win the
The
whole-
amount of money that they're gonna get, it means quadruple more to them than it does to us. I know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
that's what
That
I'm saying.
dollar
Like if
stretch.
they,
Yes.
yes,
That shit
and
stretched so
another thing,
far
they
when they take it back to their league. Yeah.
and when they use it, they literally use it like to show off their players. Their players
Yes.
supposed to go to Europe, so they do play in. But it
Not only
doesn't
that-
excuse Chelsea players. I'm not saying Chelsea players is the excuse. I'm saying that's why they look a little bit hungrier than Chelsea players. That's why that pale, like Cole Palmer was literally sunburned. Like I don't.
Yo. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another thing. The white Englishmen, man, they can't handle this.
Cole Palmer was like, "Where's my
Yeah,
sunscreen?"
Alex, that sun was beating them up, man. They was out there dying, man. That shit.
He literally looked sunburned. I swear, man.
Pedro Neto was out there just chilling, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm used to some heat. The Englishmen, they were out there like,
Fucking hell. So they've done 78 games compared to our
In the last-
57 in the last 12
in the last
months.
12.
Probably that might not even
You
include.
just
friendly.
can't argue against that.
Nope.
Yeah,
Shit, then.
everybody in
Yeah.
every competition around the world, you play a lot of football.
yeah, I don't. It's not about the amount of games you play. To me, it's about where you're at when you're playing them, like what state of the season you're
Sure,
in, where you're at.
sure.
Chelsea's at the end. Like it's as weird as it is. Like it's a weird spot that they're in the sense of as a team. Like it's not like they left for international duties. Like so, it's like it's not international duties. It's club duties. But nobody's normally playing football club duties in real games at this time. So it's like at a player, it's like a mental. It's like people could think, oh well, they just playing. Well, you can say what you want. You got to think of in the mind of a player this time of year what their mindset is. Y'all could think that it's not switch on, switch off, but yeah, if it's not time of year, you normally like not competitive club football. You're in a weird position. It's probably a different feeling. So, and that's for all the European teams that's playing like that. So, but that ain't no excuse for them to lose. But it's just another hurdle for them to jump. The lesser hurdle, and that's the lesser hurdle to me because they have more talent. Their teams are full of more talent. Even though the top teams, and I've always said this. The top team in let's say like Flamengo. Flamengo is the best team in Brazil. Nobody not about to tell me Flamengo can't beat up on relegation fodder in the Prem. People be acting like the worst teams in the Prem could go somewhere else and just dominate. No, they're shit football clubs. They're shit teams. They'll get their ass whooped by the best teams in these small.
We've seen it when we play Brazilian teams in the Club World Cup anyway.
Yeah,
Palmeiras took us all the way to extra time. Corinthians beat us.
Tough. Yeah. They're well put together. They're well coached, and we already know in football you need 2 or 3 game changes, and then the rest need to be will, want, and cohesion, and you can beat any fucking body.
On point.
You got 1 or 2 game changes, will, want, and cohesion. You could beat. You could, and we talk about professionals. They're all professionals. That's why guys can get picked from any league across the fucking world.
Yeah,
because they're all that's
also
top teams.
That's also why you can find talent from anywhere in the world. Like you can find that level of talent. Like this is why when like I don't like the idea of people calling leagues farmers leagues. No, because like unless you're talking about like the 5th league in like Slovakia or something, yeah, cool. They probably are farmers.
Yeah.
If you're talking about the top level,
if it's the highest level of any league, the top team, if you got players playing on that top team, know that more than likely some of them could come off that team and play in your fucking league. You better know that. Yeah. It's because it's professional football. Like you got amateur clubs, that's different. Them amateur clubs, like we not.
But even the Jimmy,
like,
I've seen players
check your
from.
DM,
I've seen players from the
does not
4th
add up.
division. I've seen players from the 4th and 5th division of French football get moves to the top tier or second.
Yeah. That does happen.
And so that's the other thing too. It's like even the semi-pro amateur teams.
Yeah,
you're good enough, someone will find you.
I mean, Kante came from FC Cannes, no, to join Leicester. Like a 3rd division French team, 2nd division.
Yeah,
no, they were top flight when he was playing there.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, they got the season before he joined Leicester. They nearly got relegated.
Oh, that's
shit! Here goes the money breakdown.
Guaranteed $525 million, $368 million will be split between the participating clubs, while $351 million is distributed based on sporting performances.
I'm
UEFA
pretty
teams
sure
get the largest slice of
Let
the
him
pie.
read, Scott.
And if one of the 12 from the region prevail, they'll get a record-breaking sum for a 7-game tournament. 368 million prize funds have been earmarked for taking part in the Club World Cup. Clubs from high-profile regions are guaranteed more money for their involvement, $12 million to $38 million per team in Europe.
So based
351 will be distributed according to performance, 2 million per win, 1 million per draw. Gets around the 16, you get 7.5. Gets to the quarterfinals, you get 13.1 as well. Then 21 million as well for making it to the semi. Then 30 for being a finalist and 40 million for winning.
The extra 40 is what pushed the winner over the top. Them get it. That's the big bag. Yeah, that last.
I don't know if that's going to be your overall. Like you make 40 million overall for winning.
No, this is no. It goes. It's tiered. Each level, that money piles on. That's how
you make all of that on top.
Yeah,
that's what makes 100 and something to the total to the winner. So the loser will make 40 million. The loser will make 40 million less than the winner. So the loser will end up with about 80 million. I think the winner will end up with 120.
Yeah, something like that.
So far, Chelsea have made 2 million because you won a game, but you won.
No, you got the 20. Hold on, you got the 9. You got the 20 for being in it. That you don't.
No, I'm just talking. No, Jimmy.
And winning. Yeah.
So far in the tournament, just off.
We could be looking at around 115 million, I think.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking bread, man.
I say
you get to the quarters, you get over $50 million, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's based on the how far you're going.
Yeah,
it's up and adds up, because it's not like what I understood. It's like somebody said that you can make if you get out of the group stages. I guess what I'm saying is like you can add up bonuses and stuff, and when you get up to the group stages, that game could be beneficial up to 125 mil. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I understood. But that shows completely opposite from what.
It's tiered. It's a tiered payout.
Yeah, it's the same as the Champions League.
Yeah, basically you get incentivized to win.
Yeah, Joey, we saw that.
Yeah, you incentivized to fucking win, man. That's the latest one. Is it an update on it?
Chelsea, this is one from an hour ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to read Gilno's super chat, even though it went through, he said, utterly embarrassing reaction to the game. Obviously, the Brazilian sides have a huge stamina advantage. Look at Botafogo and PSG. Vile reactionary fan base. I say that more to just everyone doing the skies falling. It's the third loss in 15.
Yeah,
it's not,
I think
it's a bad game. It's a horrible game.
My stuff is that's an unnecessary thing, because there's no sample when James ever played in the midfield and he played good. There's not a single sample.
No, there is.
And he did it again.
One or two games, but still.
There's been a couple. Like that's where we got that's what we got.
Both Maresca. You saying both Maresca?
There's been good games.
Both Maresca?
Yes, with Maresca. There's been good games from Reece James in the field. but this was his worst game in midfield by a country.
I've never
that's
seen him good
Scott called it right. There has been games when he has been good there, but this was by far the worst. And
If somebody can tell me what
this one is
game,
the most
because I don't
egregious,
remember.
Alex, is because a lot of times, other times when he did it, it was kind of out of necessity, injuries and all that. It didn't need to be done today.
I actually thought that he's a third center back with moving into it's his best center back, best thing right after the fullback. That's his best position. He should never play in the midfield. Right center back moving into the fullback. That's his best position. After the fullback.
I like Reece James when he inverts. I like that. I like
You
that.
just play
We had more
right back, man.
After the right back, for me, is
I
the
know he's
best
not gonna be able to
piece.
bomb up and down, so I don't mind when he do the
This,
invert.
Jimmy, I can't lie to you. I think this idea that he can't, I think is massively overblown. I think he can. I think he can't for 90
Scott,
minutes.
he's not doing it. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. Like what?
He reminds me of Mount.
Big up
Try to
Bill,
roll the
We
players.
got to go
He
off of
reminds
what
me
we're
of Mount.
seeing.
Try
We
to
don't
roll
see
players.
it. The only time you see Reece James like getting on his horse is defensively.
No, we've seen. No, I think we've seen times when he's played in midfield where he's pushed further forward. I think he can't do it obviously at the same pace. Like I'm not saying he can, but I'm looking at the way like Gusto was getting forward. I don't think Gusto was bombing up and down at the same pace that like we have seen like last, for example. But that's just because I don't think we play at the same speed.
Chelsea asked for information on Flamengo right back Wesley after watching.
That was good performance by Wesley.
He was very.
That was good.
He was very good.
But yeah, like I think that with the Reece James thing, I think the difference is I don't think he can do it for 90 minutes, but I'm fine with that. If he can do it for 55, 60 minutes, calm. Do 55 and you take off after that.
My question is, if you can bring any still pictures, Scott, if you can bring me any still pictures of James yesterday in the midfield when he receives the ball from the center back, you will see he's not even have an idea where to be to receive the ball because he stays way too close to Caicedo. And it's easy for them to be marked.
No, he does. Sorry to interrupt. We saw the same thing. This is why, for me, I haven't been able to make this point, and I asked this in the chat when Lewis started the stream. How serious are the club taking this tournament? Because in terms of
remember, I asked that question on the stream. Do you think he's going to approach it as a preseason?
I didn't know. Like, and I think we've seen from the way the sporting directors acted in terms of transfers, in terms of preparing, in terms of what we've done, like in terms of who we brought to an extent. You see the experimenting, like in certain games. Because what I was going to say is, what you said there about Reece James and Caicedo is what we saw from Lavia and Caicedo in the previous game. Like they were just, we didn't have one of them pushing forward. We just had both of them like almost like parallel with each other. Just standing next to each other.
It's probably a mix of both. I'm not about to sit here and get mad if he tries different things. Like, bro, it's a weird position to be in. But if he don't try some of this shit now, when is he gonna try it?
Oh no, Jimmy, I agree. I think it's.
I don't think that's what he's trying. That's not trying. That's his regular thing he does.
No, I think it is. I think it is
If you
experimental.
say
Like
so.
yesterday, for example, like
Hold on, wait. He said that's a natural thing what he actually does. When has Palmer played right back and Gusto played right? I'm saying Gusto played right back, Palmer played right wing, and Reece James played in the center field. When is that? Name one other time that ever happened. Whoa, let me finish. Also, Neto wasn't really playing left wing like that. It was kind of like a two up front. Name me any other game we've ever played that. We've literally never did that before. Never. And I was at that game live to watch it. I've never seen us play like that. Never.
Yeah, like the whole bro. We experimented with so many things yesterday. It wasn't just
that shit. We never played like that before.
Bro, it was how we played.
Never.
Against the ball, we played on the ball. Like we sat a lot deeper than we normally do. We had less of the ball.
We gave them the ball. First half, we wasn't even. We were letting them have possession.
But that's what Jimmy. I'm not annoyed. Like I'll be real. I don't really give a shit about the game yesterday. That's why, like, you weren't here. I was laughing, bro, when we conceded. I just didn't care.
It's the Reece James
like,
at midfield.
Yeah, because like for me, it's a case of how you view this. Like, if you view this tournament like in the same way like Joey does. Joey does not give a shit about this tournament. He wants us to get groups and just get no injuries. Because
no injuries. Yeah, Joey said that.
Which, like, if that's how you view this tournament, then yeah, this result doesn't matter because you just have to experiment and treat it like preseason. That's cool. My thing is in terms of how the club views it, because all we heard prior to this tournament is this is what they're building towards. But they're not really building towards that because they're not treating it in a way of like, regardless of how you think they've performed, You look at what City done in terms of the recruitment and everything. It hasn't been great in terms of like I don't think Cherky and Reinders were amazing their first game, but the intent is at least there of like they're trying to take this
Reinders was really good, but
cool. I've heard mixed things. That's why I said that I didn't watch the game. They, even though it may not have worked in all areas, and I'm not saying all those players that they signed were good, there is an intent there of okay, we want to try and win this. And you see with like the South American teams and the non-European teams, there's an intent. With us, I think we're just treating like a preseason. If that's the case, I'm calm, and we're gonna have.
We just treating it like I don't agree with. I don't agree that we just treating it like preseason. I just think it's a mixture. It's because of the way this shit up. He has to try shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Shit's gonna have to be tried. It's gonna have to be tried. We don't have a normal preseason, and you're gonna have to try to implement.
Jimmy, how come you didn't meet Alex after the game? Alex Chelsea Fan TV.
The fuck, I don't be walking around looking for no niggas, but I'm like, that motherfucker better be where I'm at. I'm not gonna be walking around looking for him.
He's outside the stadium, man.
Alex, that's like saying something outside of a stadium with 50,000 people on it, in it, with 9 different entrances and exits. You think it's not no one way in, one way out? This ain't fucking England. What are you talking about? He's outside the stadium. Like, it's a fucking America. What does that mean? Outside the stadium?
Sorry, I'm just asking, man. That's a simple question.
Alex, me and Jimmy will go look for him.
I ain't gonna look for that. He better be where I'm at. I ain't gonna look.
Where are you going? You going to another game?
Yeah, I'm going to the game Tuesday.
Where is that other game?
Same place.
Same place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going with Jimmy. So.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy. You're gonna look like you given.
Are you gonna enjoy some prime Chelsea, man?
Giving
Enjoy
food
it.
to homeless guy.
Yeah, we got club seats, bro. It's air conditioned.
Jimmy, bring the shopping cart with you. Give it.
Steve, get yourself a Chelsea shirt while you're over there, mate.
Nah, Alex, he needs to bring a leash.
Put him in a
dog leash for me because I'm sped.
Yo.
Man, that's just weird, man.
Those Brazilian
What is
fans,
wrong with that?
man.
What is wrong with that homeless guy?
I don't give a fuck with nobody. The Brazilian fans literally sung from the bar to the game was over. They never stopped.
Just be a bigger man and go to Alex Fan TV.
When they were down 1-0, they sung just as loud as when they was up 3-1. No different.
Be a bigger man and go on Alex Fan TV and give you proper interview like that. Come on, boys. Proper chills.
Who that?
Who that? Be like the guy. After the game, just be like guy. You know, like Fatur and Matt doing the interviews after the game.
Yeah, like
just be like guy.
I don't know where Chelsea Fan TV was. I have no idea where they was.
Ask Lewis. Ask if is Alex going to the next game. I'm assuming he's going.
Yeah, he's there the whole tournament.
He's at all the games.
Yeah. So tell him where to find him at the stadium. I don't know. If you look Chelsea,
you're not hearing what I'm saying. Like Alex, if they're not where I leave out at. And where my vehicle is, I'm not gonna walk opposite of my vehicle to go look.
You're not gonna go around the stadium just to meet some Chelsea Fan TV, no?
No, that shit ain't that important.
I would.
Nah, them niggas gotta be in the area where I'm at. Like, if they not the area where I'm at, where the fuck they at? I'm at where they could get the most fucking people.
No. I think we're like a main entrance. You can see that way at the main entrance.
There's a bunch of entrances.
What the hell is a main entrance, Alex?
Well, you don't know what the stadium's main entrance, like a main front of the stadium?
There's no main.
There's no main entrance.
All the entrances look the same, I'm guessing. So
all the entrances are main. What do you mean? Like club seating is you can get in all the.
No. Like the front of the stadium where the sponsor's name is, like where you know that's where the tickets are sold outside. Did you have a ticket sales?
The ticket booth.
Yes.
Pretty sure they have multiple of those.
Shut up, homeless man. Go to Alex Fan TV and look how the front of the stadium looked like. Where he was last time.
Yeah, where he did his fan cam.
Yeah, just look at where he did the fan cam. Put it on the full screen. Exactly.
Cool. Bring it up on screen. Let me see something. Let me see what it's.
Exactly. Every freaking stadium has a front. I don't know. What kind of Dungeons and Dragons you build yourself a stadium?
Chill. Every stadium. Some stadiums got multiple fronts.
Yeah.
Multiple interests, but there has always been a main interest. Come on, Jim.
Nah. Whatever interest I go
No,
to.
you just know. What's that entrance? What's that freaking entrance with the flags?
We are outside.
I ain't going that way, bro.
The Lincoln.
You see where it is? Can somebody tell him that that's the main entrance? You freaking homeless person. Can you see?
Nah, bro. We good.
Jimmy, I know you used to go through the back doors.
I ain't walk out. I ain't walk out that way, bro. I ain't walk out that way.
Pause, by the way.
For you guys here. What have you guys played with this heat?
Jeez.
Just saying,
well,
this is probably where he will be after the Tuesday game.
Yeah, I be trying like, yeah, I go out and it's like I gotta see him there. Like I can't go looking for him.
Oh my god!
Like you got it be mad people out there with shit on stands doing interviews. Like it be mad. I seen like 1,000 niggas.
I just want you to beat a guy. Tell him, look, I do what you do. I
don't even want to do that. Like, cause I don't like. I want him to think I've never been to no game and all. It makes him feel better. So like, yeah.
It keeps him from,
You know what I will do? Tell you the truth. I will go get a shopping cart, put Steve in the shopping cart, and roll him in front of the fan TV in his Newcastle jersey.
Listen.
And say,
Right, big up Twinny. He says, as an Arsenal fan, I'd
You
take
guys.
Jackson for 35 to 40 million to play left wing if we sign Gyökeres and Rodrigo. He's a terrible finisher, but an excellent footballer, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll be real. Like
footballer. I still want more than that. I want from
the footballer thing. It can only go so far when his mentality is bad. Is as bad as it is.
Yeah, like he's a great footballer, bro. But I don't care about that. I need a striker who score goals, bro.
Big up Daniel with the 5 memberships. Everyone spam W Daniel. If you got a membership from him, give thanks. Is that a Sanchez shirt?
I believe so,
yeah, it is, bro.
Oh no!
I mean, he even says Sanchez Defense League
That,
in his title. So
that was a good save too on that. The lap. I don't know if y'all remember earlier.
Yeah, the second half. That was a good save from him.
No, first half. The lap
first
got
half,
away
huh?
first half and
He
did
fired
like
a shot like at full pace.
got a shot. He fucking. I was like, where's he going? Like, you gonna run off the fucking pitch? But he got a shot off at an angle. If that keeper didn't get a hand on that, that was going at the back of the net. I'm like, how the fuck he got that shot off? It was a nice shot.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
the
nice.
keeper made a couple good saves too. Now that I think about it, the keeper made a couple good saves.
Oh yeah, they had chance, bro. They played.
And
a great
Caldwell
game.
cleared one off the line. Oh, that was, it was beautiful.
Sean says, quick thought. Who the fuck's going to be our right centre back? Fofana? It's
Caliber,
meant
bro.
to be Fofana with Colwell.
One of the two. Probably Tosin.
Yeah, that Caldwell. There was 6 minutes they didn't play well. Our center backs, just 6 minutes. They were fine, bro. They were actually, you know what I mean. Caldwell's been playing great. I mean, he's been playing good. He ball watched yesterday. I don't know why.
Second half, it was moments with the centre backs.
Yeah, but outside of that,
The
his
midfield and the wings got
Caldwell,
overrun.
he got that's his first bad game in a long fucking time. I can really honestly say that. As a
Big
big
up
time
Scarra
Levi
Falcons.
Caldwell critique, that was his first like few, and he didn't even really had a bad
He
game.
actually
He had
showed good aggression in
he
the
had like
first
2
half.
bad moments. Yeah, he was very aggressive, And you know what? If you watch the lap in person, you appreciate him. Like, there was at one point, right? I don't know if the camera caught it. Flamengo player fouled the lap. The ref didn't call a foul because the ball went out of play off of somebody, like away from the action. And then he stood over, like spread his legs.
stood over
Fucking the lap. The minute he did that, I turned around to Marshall. I said, Marshall, the lap is going to foul the shit out of him. And if he don't, I think he's a pussy. He's like, what you mean? I said, Jim, every time I've ever seen the lap, I said 3 times I've seen somebody foul the lap and he go and get his foul back. 10 minutes later, they threw a little hospital pass. I was like, here it come. You can see it. The lap ran full fucking speed. He was not pulling out. And he just clocked him and stepped on his fucking foot and went, hey, what I do? I was like, yes, this is what we need at fucking at
Chelsea.
How you get a yellow. This is how you get a yellow. That's how you get a yellow. Like and after that, you saw him and Delap like look. You saw he had to give Delap that respect. He had to play him. He realized like, oh, this ain't no bitch ass nigga. Yeah,
I can't
I
bully
still
him.
remember when we played Ipswich away and he bullied Tosin and he didn't want to duel with him after that.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you,
away
yo,
from him every time.
You watch him in person, he was getting at it. But I see what he was doing with the strike. I didn't want him to take the lap off, but I don't think he was gonna play no striker the whole game. No striker's gonna get a whole game. He's gonna take that advantage of swapping out the strikers because the lap could have stayed on, but I think it was already like preset that Jackson was probably gonna come on. Same thing like Jackson with the first game.
Big up Sir if I was saying shite talk with the Chelsea shit, ladies and gentlemen. Big up for the donation. Probably a United fan.
He's an
Big up Carefree, bruv. Is that meant to be an Avi of Matt? I don't know who the other person is.
His gay black lover, I guess. Who knows?
An AI of Matt. Oh, that's crazy. That's what you pay Club World Cup tax for games like yesterday, Red. For games like yesterday. Either compete or just go home. Instead, we didn't do nothing about it. Didn't want to do Club World Cup tax for Mignon, but we were calm to try it for Gittins.
You want to hold on? Wait, you want to play Club World Tax for yesterday's game? Hey,
no, but look, we didn't want to. We didn't want to pay it for Gittins because, like this is what I said. I don't think this is a massive priority for them. I think it's a nice thing, but I don't think it's a massive priority. And I think if that's the case, it's calm. It's like what I was going to say. What T said in his review yesterday. If that's your mentality, that's cool. You might have games like we had yesterday then, but that's like you just got to accept that's going to happen because it was like that's
this man quoting Matisse. Shit.
Well, look, the next game's going to tell us even more because Esperance should be a team we should be walking over. Shouldn't even be real competitive like that.
We're gonna finish second guaranteed, by the way.
Guarantee? Oh yeah, because Flamengo ain't losing to LAFC.
No, it's not even that, bro. Even if they lose, they're guaranteed to finish first anyway.
Head-to-head record, isn't it?
Yeah, it's head-to-head record. That's why they're the only team so far. I went and looked. They're the only team that have actually like got their next game sorted. If that makes sense, like they're the only one that's moved forward in the bracket.
Group C runner-up.
No, I don't think they didn't win the group yet. No, they didn't.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. They've won the group.
Yeah, because head-to-head.
Because it's either Arsenal Tunis can finish.
No,
second,
but what if they
beat both of them? They beat both of us or Tunis. It's head-to-head record is the tiebreaker, the first tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not goal differential.
Yeah, head-to-head is number one.
Head-to-head's number.
Oh, okay, head-to-head is number one.
So they're gonna because they beat us, they're gonna finish top basically.
Okay.
But it just means we have to face Bayern, which like bring it on. Like these are the type of teams we're gonna.
Like I don't subscribe to that bullshit. Like if you're gonna win a tournament, I don't give a fuck who we face. Once you get to the knockout stages, I don't give a fuck who we. If you want to win it, you gotta beat every team you face. So I don't care who we face. Yeah,
and the thing is, like, I'll be honest. Either result against Bayern is good because it's like in a sense because if it's close, we're a lot closer to these type of teams than we think. And even if we get blown out, like say it's 5-6-0, that shows us that we need a lot more players and like we actually need to do something.
It ain't no fucking world where we losing to Bayern Munich. Ain't no 5-6-0. Why would anybody think we would lose 5 or 6-0 to Bayern Munich? I don't expect Chelsea to lose 5-6. They're the team on the planet we should lose 5-6-0 to.
No, but Jimmy, I don't think he was saying that. I think he was bringing up the example.
I said I didn't say I think we lose. I said if we.
I'm about to say.
If we lose that by that scoreline, it's still a positive because it just shows you okay, then we know where we're at in terms of if we are going to compete, we actually need these sporting directors to do their job and go and get the players in. Because it's like if we do get blown out, it's like cool, that's fine. Because it's what it's the same with if we were facing PSG and we got blown out. Is what it is like because we know we need reinforcements anyway, but that could be the difference between us saying okay we only need like 1 or 2, so do we need 3 or 4 or 5?
People be killing me. Like I watch my fucking middle of the row German teams beat Bayern Munich, but you gonna tell me we can't? Oh, we're gonna get packed, man. Your sister's gonna get packed. Shut the fuck up. People be saying some of the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Like these teams we were watching is Impact Untouchable. Y'all don't even watch them all the time. I sat and watched fucking PSG get drugged by Arsenal. I watched it in the group stage. You gonna tell me, oh, that was early. I don't give a fuck. They lost to Arsenal. Did they beat them later? Yeah, but it just showed you they lost to them too. What's wrong with you? No, when the fuck Arsenal beat us 5-0, dickhead? When? Tell
Couple
us when
seasons
that
ago,
was.
bro.
Tell us when that was.
Yeah, they beat us under Poch 5-0.
Yeah,
Years ago. That's my point. Like who gives a fuck
like 2
about
years
that?
ago,
That
Jimmy.
shit's so old. But didn't Arsenal beat us 5-0? Yeah, 10 fucking years, 20 fucking. What's this big dickhead manager name? 20 pounds ago on Pochettino. Fuck you talking about? They beat us 5-0. Yeah, with the worst defensive manager in the history of our club. Fuck we talking about? Literally, and I didn't make that up. Literally, the worst defensive manager ever at our club. We lost 5-0 to Arsenal.
So you're talking about fat shit.
Yeah. What was the score for Arsenal last year? 1-0 and what? 1-1. Where all the goals go, bruh? Where all the goals go?
Yeah, fuck that guy. Big up Juno saying if we aren't taking this cup serious, let's get out, rest our players, and get ready for next season. We can't risk Caicedo playing every fucking game. We have the rotation that we don't need to anyway. I want us to go as far as possible in this competition, though. I'll be fuming if we get knocked out because I want to win it. I want to be world champions. 4 years, bro.
I don't really care that much.
Each of their own, innit? Like, I respect someone sees it preseason is what it is.
I want to win it. I don't want to win it at all costs. You know, like, all right, like Champions League, you will want to win that at all costs. So not if you wishing it, but if a player got hurt and all that and you won it, you'll be like, yeah. Like, if we won the Club World Cup, but it got a major player injured, I would swap that major player for that fucking cup any day. You feel what I'm saying? Because we got a season to look forward to. But if we was in a Champions League,
combo, I hear it.
If we had a Champions League and we had an injury, I'd be like, look, get well soon. Give me them big ears. Raise that shit. Yeah,
big up, man.
World Cup, I don't want to lose a big name in the name of winning the Club World Cup. And I know they're not mutually exclusive. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying.
I hear it. You, man, though, big up to every single one of you that's locked in. It's been a really great show. Big up to all the panelists. Big up to the chat. Like and subscribe to everybody. We're going to wrap up the stream here, though, because I've got to get my food out and then step out. And I hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully, we're back with a victory and everything. Take care, everyone. Like, subscribe. I'm going to send everyone over to Lee. Everyone smash Carefree Raid. And yeah, up the Chelsea.